Yo, yo, yo. All right. I am live. How the hell are we doing? Um, Saturday night, just got home from work. I'm exhausted. And I'm all pretty much packed up. So I figured I would jump in here and see what people were up to. What's going on, Chase? Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, this is the last Saturday that I'll be here at this location. Let me know if you can hear me okay. How's it going? Not much, Stogie. How are you? Long ass day. When are we reviewing the Jeff Stryker movie? Soon. That's my friend Ian. Sent me some stuff about a Jeff Stryker movie. We'll have to do that. Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a fight tonight. I'm so out of the loop on that kind of stuff. What's going on, Wes? Thank you for popping in. Yeah, no, I get done work. Oh, 16 in here already. Wow. Just got done work. Got home, packed up some more boxes because I needed more boxes from work. And I am moving on Thursday, but I'm working every other day. So we'll see if I can get in on another stream. But I wanted to do one more while I'm here at this location and kind of chat with some people. Hope you have a smooth move, big guy. Thank you. Yeah, I should have Ian Metz are helping me, they said. So 3 cars should get the bulk of my like stuff out of here. You flying solo tonight? Yeah, I worked all day. So Metz is only really available like 1 or 2 days. What's up, Newt? Doing more job applications almost. Oh, wow. That's a lot. I'll make time. Help you on Thursday. Don't worry. Thank you, Ian. And then I called a moving service about my bed and my exercise bike and my sofa. That's really all I have. I'm going to get rid of the kitchen table and all that stuff and just get a new one when I move. The one good thing about this apartment is it has a lot of cool shelves and stuff already. Well, hey, I mean, I'll be living closer. I won't be, the main line is much closer. Ian's son had his birthday party at my theater a couple weeks ago. I wasn't there. I wasn't there on that Saturday. I was in Lancaster working. But, it'll be good to be up in that, closer to work in that area so I can get more office stuff done as per the new job. And then hopefully be making stuff. The dudes in Alabama are moving full fucking force with my vampire script. I got some stupid, crazy good news on the wrestling script. It's now a studio film. I don't know how much involvement I don't know how much involvement I'll have now that it's with a studio, but I was the one who wrote the first few drafts and kept the project going. So we'll see. Maybe looked on top of those kitchen cabinets, see if anything you left up there. No, I did. I'm doing like deep cleaning too. Not that my place has ever been messy. Metz always says, you live in Lancaster. Okay. Well, we'll be up by Bath, PA. But yeah, I help run the theater in, I'm thinking Allentown. I help run the theater in Lancaster. Show me the bedroom. When I move, you can. I'll put some mood lighting in there. Seriously stoked. Thank you, Chase. No, there's cool stuff. It's just a matter of like biding my time. I want to talk about things and have things to show and be proud of. And I hate waiting around. That's Long Island. That Long Island broski. Yeah. So I have the Long Island look. Is Metz helping you move? Metz said they were going to help me move on for Thursday. What do you like about the new place besides the location? That's really it. I just needed something. Buy them some liquor. I will. Home of cows and meth. Well, it was funny. Fallon and I were picking up prop stuff from the Facebook Marketplace, and we were up in Lancaster, and some of their Walmarts have like stables for the Amish. And I was like, that's crazy. The Amish are allowed to go to Walmart. Carter, yeah, it's mostly just you're in Amish country. I didn't know that. No, I'm not. I'm in Bucks County, which is, it's a white people. Is your new place going to be bigger than your current place? Yeah, by a little bit. It's the first time I've lived on a second floor since college, which I'm always used to. I always try to get the first floor, but I'm between a bar and a pizza place. So, do you have a pool? No. No pool time stories with Newt. I can't remember the last time. Actually, no. The last time I was in a pool was with Justin and Ryan at PAX East back in like 2020, right before COVID shut everything down. Always be nice. I'm always not. Well, my neighbors here like me because they're like 120 years old, and this place doesn't salt when it snows and stuff like that. So I'm always out there throwing extra kitty litter and stuff down. Any strip clubs nearby? I don't know. I've only ever been to one strip club my entire life, and it was with Crystal and Kieran. Do you at least get a yard to? No yard. This way you can piss out the window now. There you go. We need to change that. Yeah, I don't know. I never have any money, so what's the point, I hate having a second floor apartment. Always worry about the downstairs complaints if we're loud. I'm never home. I should do that is one unpleasant pool story. Yeah. What's shaking? What's going on, Fallon? Was just talking about you a second ago and us going to Amish Walmart. Is it an apartment complex or a house? It's sort of a building, and then I just live above it. At least you're not on the fourth floor. No, I would hate that because I have a lot of shit to carry. I have a massive king-size bed, and I have a pretty cool movie theater style sofa. What are you doing, Kat? Jesus Christ. The Legend of Fallon. There she is. So you don't have any neighbors? No, just downstairs. Like I said, there's a bar and there's a pizza place. I think there's a nail studio as well. And then I just have the whole top part of that. I don't know if I should buy a baby gate so the cat can't get down the steps or anything like that. I mean, not that she can go anywhere, but I don't know. I worry when I'm not home because I'm going to be back and forth between these buildings or between filming and studio stuff and all that. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I've just been chomping at the bit. Nice. You can be a regular. We used to have a place near here that I really like called the Pop In, and it was kind of a nerd bar. Do you still get a big kitchen? Well, I'm going to move all my filming into the living room because it's more conducive for filming. And I'll actually get like a setup there. I'm not going to be right now. My setup is my kitchen table, my laptop, my phone, a film reel, and then 2 scented candles. You need to tell Fallon who I confused her with and why I'm an idiot. I don't remember who you confused her with. I love the acoustics in the kitchen. Yeah, I mean, one of the other things I really liked is where I'm going is all hardwood floors too, and it has washer and dryer built in. This place has a washer and dryer in like the complex. It's a big complex I live in, but like it closes at 10 o'clock, and I'm never home by 10 o'clock. Deep fried cheese curds, a thing in PA. I've had them before down the Jersey Shore. Yeah, Pop In was cool. That's where Cammie, who watched my cat while I was away shooting XXXmas. She was on the show with me before, and she used to work at Screenwave as well. She used to be the head cook there, and that was a cool place. But they closed down, and I never got a chance to go there one more time. I was always kind of nervous because that was also the hangout we used to have with the old company, and I would always check the parking lot to make sure certain people weren't there because I didn't want to see anybody. But Metz had been there a couple times with me and Melissa and stuff like that. A certain person who works for the Postal Service. Postal Service? I don't know anybody. Oh, the only person I know who works for the Postal Service is Jeanette. So that's what I'm doing. I'm excited to be out of this area, to be closer to work, to just close this chapter of my life out, Hoping that, yeah, dude, that Oilers game last night was a mess. Oh, okay. Yeah, that I can't believe they lost in over. Both games they've lost in overtime, so it hasn't been a huge thing. But can't go down 2-1 to the Kings. And then the 76ers won today. I was watching that game. Well, I was listening to that game at work today. They swept the New Jersey Nets, so that's good. Ian was there when the double doink game where they lost. We were listening to that we were watching that behind the concession stand. Did you watch it? I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I listened to it. You ever watch the film The Tall Man? No, I mean, I know The Tall Man from the Phantasm movies. Go Bucks. Yeah, I mean, I was happy when they won the championship. I've always thought the Bucks have a really cool, they've always had cool uniforms and a logo. I actually have their 90s shorts. I think it was Big Dog was on the team at that point, and I thought their uniforms were really cool. So I wear basketball shorts even though I can't play basketball when I'm on the bike or whatever. Because I'm trying to get in better shape. High Newt Mets rules, I say. Mets is at work probably. So I'll see them on. Remember a beer called Red Dog? Not really. I think I've heard the name before. You do a formal request of the Crow. I could do the Crow. I'd love to talk about the Crow. Metz is a great friend. Metz has been nothing but good to me for all the years that we've known each other, and we've been, we've been very helpful to each other in our mental health issues. Metz came and joined Lana and Dave and I the other night with their friend. I can't remember their friend's name now. Leo joined us the other night at Evil Dead. Yeah, Red Dog and Tommy Lee Jones was a voiceover in the commercials. Do you shop at Kmart? Are Kmart still a thing? I remember when Kmarts were a thing. We used to have a massive Kmart in Marlton, New Jersey, where I grew up, and my all-time favorite video store was right next to it, B&C Video, and now it's an urgent care. Because when I went to go see my grandparents 2 weekends ago, I drove through my old neighborhood. Only one Kmart is left? Oh, wow. Yeah, Kmart, Caldor, Jamesway, Florida, I believe. Well, that would make sense. It would be in Florida. So over-the-counter opioids. Attention Kmart shoppers. They used to have the blue light special at Kmart. Will the Oilers go further? I mean, I don't think the refs hate them because obviously they have the most, the best player in the league. I just think that their defense and their goaltending is not as tight as it needs to be. And again, nobody's beaten Boston anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Sears gone. There's still like some Sears satellite stores in the malls up by me that I've seen. Somebody just sent me a message. Woolworths. I remember Woolworths really well. Montgomery Ward, I knew the name of, but I don't remember ever going there. And Fuddruckers, my buddy Tommy Avalone, who produced the Ghost Heads documentary and the Barney one that's on Paramount Plus right now. He has been to every Fuddruckers left in America, and he takes a picture every time. I've only been to Fuddruckers once, and the open theft sure isn't helping stores. No, not at all. We used to have a Sizzler near us. I suffer with bipolar, and oh, well, thank you, James. I'm glad that I can add some semblance of joy to life. I don't know how. I don't know why anybody joins me for these stupid ass things. But I'm glad that I can help in some way, shape, or form. There's still a Fuddruckers in Voorhees, New Jersey. Yes, I remember the Ground Round. Used to be a Ground Round. Actually, where the first theater I met Justin Silverman at was a Ground Round at one point. They used to have like old cartoons playing on like projectors, and they used to have like buckets of like popcorn on the thing. I think I had a birthday party there one time. They had peanuts on the floor, and then I guess you can't do that anymore. Was it Another place, so there was like a burger place that used to do that with peanuts as well, but now everybody's allergic to peanuts. We got a ground round attached to a hotel. Oh, they still have them then. There's a lot of places that don't exist. Five Guys, that's it. There used to be a Five Guys up the street from the Wayne Theater, and every time I went there, it was gross. I'm looking forward to introduce them to Jeff Stryker and John Rambo for schlonging all Saturdays. Well, that's what we're gonna do. Do you have Shakey's? No, but I've been to a Shakey's before. Texas Roadhouse. I've never been in one of those. That's where Fredo and Ray and his wife wanted to go when they were out here for the VHS Fest, but we couldn't find one. I think Outback is steak places do peanuts. Okay. And I haven't been. I haven't been to I haven't had a steak in a really long time either. The original Home Depot. I don't remember that one. Then again, I'm not really. I have a box of tools that I'm taking with me, but my mom and pop. Okay, that's cool. I love peanuts. Whenever I would go down the shore, even when I lived down there, I would always get the big box of peanuts and a big bucket of peanuts and take them home with me. All you can eat rolls and cinnamon bun. Okay, that's pretty cool. I learned to cut meat at Texas. All right. AMP supermarkets in Grania. We did have some AMPs around at one point. Newt, please review Alien 3 and 4. I will. I think enough time has passed with the other channel where I can do it now without getting a bunch of fucking bullshit, despite the fact it was my idea to do Alien 3 in the first place, you know. Fuck me, right? I eat 5 steaks a day. Dude, I would fucking love to. Even when I was out in Missouri, they're like, oh, Kansas City has the best barbecue. And we were so busy working on the movie that I didn't have a chance to do any of that. But I would kill for some fucking steak and barbecue, man. It's like I've wanted a steak and an old fashioned for a really long time. But obviously, you know, trying my best to be fiscally responsible. Cat. Elvira's making a ton of noise back there. What you have the best ideas? That ain't true. I'll hook you up and cut all the damn day. All right, wow. Do you ever see those videos? It was like the training video of that dude cutting meat and like talking to that guy. And I don't remember what it was from, but it looked like it was from like the early 90s. No, we love you, Newton. F them. That's all right. You know, gonna smoke a. Ooh. Actually, you know who brought for Passover? My buddy Draco is a rapper. Brought me brisket, and that was delicious. Drinking some Coors and that kid. Life is good, right? Grilling ribs and drinking Coors. New KFC nuggets are really good. What are the new KFC nuggets? Was it a real? No, it was a real training video. Because back before they added the second episode a week of the old show, I was told to put together some ideas for some shows for Tony, Kieran, and Justin, and I had this idea for a show, sort of like a Mystery Science Theater thing, where they keep going on job interviews since rental reviews got canceled, and they have to just riff on bad old training videos, because we had a huge collection of them. Justin and I used to have a big collection, and I was like, it's weird, right? So that was one of the ideas they shot down, but I wanted to do this really cool, funny training video kind of riffing thing for the three of those guys, but it got shut down. So I could do it myself one day then. I still have some of the VHS tapes of like Regal and AMC training videos, and they're really fucking funny. The one was like when the Flintstones movie came out, the first one, because there's a Flintstone standee in the background, and like this like super early 90s kid, this girl says, well, I want to be an usher, and he like puts sunglasses on and pops his collar, and he's like girls can't be ushers, hey. Nice. Newt, amazing. You're like Peter Parker. A loser? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, King Henry, I thought that would have been fun. Whatever. You know, just because just because they put it down. Good luck with the move. Thank you, Matt. Should go relatively easy. It's just going to be getting the bed, the big pieces of stuff out. Spit is as good as lube, but that's true. I mean, as I've learned, don't use Bengay as lube either. That's not something you ever want to do. So yeah, what's everybody fucking doing on a Saturday night? I'm winner. I love the Flintstones. Yeah, I rewatched the Flintstones movie not too long ago, and I actually really liked it. Just because I'm about to watch Last Crusade. What's your favorite? My favorite is Raiders. I love I love Temple of Doom, and people always shit on it. But aside from the newest one or the last one, Crystal Skull, which I've only ever seen once, I don't know. I love all the Indiana Jones movies. Maybe they thought it would have been too similar to rental reviews. No, I don't think so. I think it was just because I came up with it. Gonna watch boxing. All right, man. Enjoy the boxing party. Oh fuck, Clue. Clue's one of my favorite movies ever. I'm still gonna watch the new. As am I. I'm excited for the new Indiana Jones movie. Travis, if you only knew. Bored eating nachos and random movies on YouTube. Advice for a soon-to-be 26-year-old. Look at me as a cautionary tale. I was 26 once and had the whole world ahead of me. Now look at me. No one says Last Crusade is their favorite. No, I could see Last Crusade. Last Crusade was the first one I saw in a theater, Yes, Struzen's posters. Actually, the new poster is... let's stop talking. He's nothing without it. Well, no, they're doing way better than me, man. The new poster looks really cool. It's not Struzen, but it's in that style. I love painted movie posters. My poster artist, who did the TNT Jackson one, that came on Tubi this week. Sure is. Sure is. Favorite Arnold movie? I mean, Terminator 2 or Commando. We had Get Hard at my old theater. Just got some alcohol. I'm watching a Clint Eastwood movie with a monkey. Any Which Way But Loose with Clyde the orangutan. What's your favorite movie poster of all time? My favorite movie poster of all time is Creepshow. Doing better how compared to others in their joy. You seem much happier now. It's just different. Favorite Stallone movie? Yours is Oscar. What? Not Rhinestone or Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. My favorite Stallone movie is Demolition Man. And then Rocky, obviously. He gets recognized at a local Chinese food. It doesn't matter. Favorite Arnold movie? Okay. Patience, brother, you're gonna be bigger than Titanic. No, I don't want to be bigger than anything. I just want to not be miserable and not get hounded about past bullshit, And I think that we've built a nice little community of people around us who are also, I'm excited about shit that you guys are doing when you tell me, and you seem to be excited about stuff that I'm doing, and nobody's being shitty, and that's kind of what I hope to foster is that kind of community where it's not about like just being fucking uber negative about everything. Yes, that's what gets the clicks. That's why, nobody fucking watches the videos anymore, but that's all right, Oh, okay. That makes sense, actually. I'm just ready to be making stuff, and we're doing some overhaul of the comic book recently because we have to change some likenesses and stuff like that. Sean Clark's ex-friend Chris Nelson built his own life-size Creepshow. Oh, that's awesome! That's awesome. I love Creepshow. Yeah, I haven't gone and looked in a while at what they're doing or views are like or anything like that. I just don't care anymore. I used to just compare myself because I'm a masochist like that. But what's the point, If you could rate from 1 to 10 how much he sweats during the shoot, what would it be? More than a 6. Thankfully, it was always air conditioned in there. You know, but you know, hopefully the summer brings new cool shit to do and places to go and things to make and all that. Back in 2020, I realized my dream of being a filmmaker after I watched a clip of Joe Bob. Yeah, that clip was incredible. I was at work the night that happened. I remember at the time, back when I still talked to Crystal, she sent me that, and it was like a big. I have it still on my phone. I'll check it every so often. Just watch that clip, and you know, it's awesome. It's to see that and fills you with some kind of feeling of I can do this, like a mantra. You know. He also built a small The Thing rotating diorama. That's pretty cool. What's the overall smell in? Pictured Doritos nacho cheese. Yeah, there was a zesty, cheesy kind of smell, you know. Zesty is the word. But then again, I used to share an office with a dude who was like, because I was on the games team, who looked like a homeless person, and like his workspace was like. Remember when Samuel L. Jackson sits down at fucking Newman's workspace in Jurassic Park and it's disgusting? That's what that dude's space looked like. And after we got rid of him, I had to clean it up. And I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? Then go produce 5 shows and do other people's work and cover for people who can't, you know, whatever. Hey, Newt, I'm in the car coming back from a 2-day road trip, hiking in the woods. Hey, man, how'd your hike go? Check yourself for ticks. Ever watch the Jim Carrey commencement speech in NYU? No, I'll check that out. Any chance of a Judge Dredd review, including the Carl Urban one? I love the Carl Urban one. Man, I wish that thing made money. You know, putting it out in September. Hey, Newt, clean up the homeless guy's space. I don't think he's coming back. No, he didn't come back. Every so often, I'll need some kind of affirmation. You know, you don't want people to know that you're not always doing great, so you kind of check those kind of things. Okay, this gives me what I need to get out of bed in the morning or something like that, you know. Because even though I'm in therapy and I take meds and all that kind of shit, there's some days that are super hard. And are they still talking about doing a Dredd show? I mean, I would think at this point probably not, because of how big The Boys is, but I would have loved to have seen the you know, the Cursed Earth storyline or stuff like that. Please, peeps, like and share Sung Hero Newt. Well, I want to do more Dredd. Mega City 1 is dead. Okay, but that would have been awesome, because again, you didn't really have to even have it be a Judge Dredd thing. It could deal with different parts of Mega City. It's fucking massive, and there's so many stories you could tell. I mean, it's been telling, you know, Judge Dredd stories forever. Gave a speech about how it's always positive to go for your dreams. It's always a positive. It was amazing. Yeah, I mean, that's slowly what I've been doing, is trying to follow my dreams. It doesn't always work, but I feel like as long as I'm doing things slowly, it'll get there. Live action Teenage Mutant. Yo, that would be awesome. Somebody actually gave me the graphic novel because I didn't have a chance to get all the issues, and Last Ronin was great, like surprisingly good. You go, how do you tell new Ninja Turtle stories? And they found a way to do something I hadn't thought of. Oh, the whole cast of Clue is amazing. It's fucking that John Landis was a writer on that movie, and I love the idea that they had different endings for different theaters. Such a cool concept. Flames on the side of her face. But yeah, more Judge Dredd, Ninja Turtle, Last Ronin movie, and positivity. Whenever I feel down, I talk to my friends. Talking to them felt better. That's cool, man. Well, basically Tim Burton's Batman 3. Yeah, and then it makes me think, can Two-Face see the multiverse? You know, I was reading that and thinking like, oh, is that like going to be their tie to like multiverse Batman stories? Hawaiian pizza, gross or yum? I like pineapple on pizza, but not all the time. Like I'll have it occasionally. Sometimes when I feel down, because I don't really have the same amount of people around anymore. The people who for 20 years I was able to reach out to aren't there anymore. So, you know, and Metz is busy and has completely different work hours than me. But, you know, doing this kind of stuff and you know, that makes me feel better. I heard that he has a cameo as Superman in The Flash. Pineapple and I've never tried shrimp on pizza. Interesting. A live action biopic of Captain Crunch would be cool. Like the true story of Captain Crunch before it all got watered down and made commercial for the cereal boxes. We could do a whole series: Captain Crunch, the Trix Rabbit, Count Chocula, you know. Yeah, I'm excited for The Flash. I'm getting to see it early. I do canned tuna on pizza. It isn't bad. Kellogg biopic. Well, Ray Kellogg, didn't they make they made a movie about him. It was like something for wellness. It was from the 90s. We 3 is still on my read list. It's great. We 3 is fucking fantastic. It's Homeward Bound by way of Paul Verhoeven. I really, really enjoy that one. So is there anyone from the old crew you're still in good terms with? I'm sure you've got... No, not really. Pretty much everyone at this point has blocked me on social media and all that kind of stuff. So no, nobody. Thoughts on Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon? Very rapey. But no, I thought it was interesting for what it was. It had some cool visuals at the time that have not aged well, but I like the idea of it. But again, I wouldn't put that in the same space as, you know, Total Recall or RoboCop or anything like that. The effects, they were great at the time. I especially like yeah, no, Mike and I still occasionally will talk, but he's not really part of that. You know, he's kind of separate. You know, same thing with like Aaron. They're like connected but not connected. They weren't in the office like the other ones. Thanks for the ride, lady. Creepshow 2. Creepshow 2 is a great poster too. I like him in the Creeper in the theater. The Road to Wellville. Yes, that's what it was. I knew I saw it in the theater. But yeah, Carter, he when I message him, he messages back. So, you know. And, you know, James and I didn't leave anything on bad terms, but there's no reason to talk again. You know, like we said what we had to say. We both, you know, came to our middle ground, and that was it. You know, I took his number out of my phone and his email and stuff like that. And I just, you know, let everybody live their lives the way that they want to live them. You know, my biggest thing is if people are actually happier, then good for them, man. Like that means that me coming out of someone's life made their lives better. Well, that's a win, you know. Been watching the Tales from the Dark Side and loving the horror anthologies. Yeah, I didn't get into the Creepshow comics, but I want to. Yeah, I'm excited for the new Ghostbusters. I saw the behind the scenes pictures the other day on who's coming back. Have you ever watched The Hand with Michael Caine? Yes, was written and directed by Oliver Stone. Have you ever, what's better, Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad? I haven't seen Barry. I loved Better Call Saul. Yeah, rest in peace, Harold Ramis. I thought Afterlife was great, and everybody wants to shit on it and nitpick, but it made me very happy. That's all I care about, you know? Can you nitpick the story and that kind of stuff? Sure. But if you leave a movie with a smile, then fuck it. Who cares, you know? Barry's great. I've heard Barry's really good. And the horror anthology shows, Tales from the Dark Side and stuff, the 80s had so many fucking great ones. You know, Freddy's Nightmares, Monsters, Tales from the Dark Side, the Twilight Zone reboot, the Outer Limits reboot, all kinds of, well, I think that was the 90s. But there was so many good shows. Amazing Stories, yeah. What if the Golden Girls were really a coven of vampires luring young men? I could see that. Then living in Florida would be kind of dumb, though, right? You would think that, like, you would want to live, like, you know, like 30 Days of Night style. Thank you for being a fiend, they can call it. I know it's weird that that Tales from the Crypt is not streaming, but I guess it's a rights issue. Lots of Tubi. It's become my go-to streaming app. Yeah, man, it's great. Yeah, there's a lot of Tales from the Crypt on YouTube, but they're like not in the best quality. How was the Chucky series? I liked it. 2016 Ghostbusters isn't a bad movie because it's women. It's a bad movie because it's just like a bunch of like ad libs. There's no story to it, you know. It's just a kid's cartoon. Oh, Tales from the Crypt Keeper. I remember that. I think I have the action figure over there. Do you have any excitement for the upcoming Friday the 13th series? Is it going to be a prequel? Like, is it going to be Jason like when he's like a little like mentally challenged kid? Chucky series I liked so far. I've only seen parts of season 2, but I thought season 1 was good. Yeah, Tubi has some great stuff though. Actually, there's some channels that could. Oh, okay. Thursday the 12th. Yeah. No, Tubi's great. I mean, every time I go through there, because I have so many different fucking streaming services, and I keep meaning to get rid of stuff, but then like because I find myself either watching YouTube or Tubi all the time. R.L. Stein's The Haunting Hour. Yeah, I never really watched. I was too old for Goosebumps, so I never really got into the R.L. stuff. Excuse me, indigestion. Into the R.L. Stein stuff much. Yeah, I mean, you know. Yo, what's going on, Steven? Tubi has some really good particular movies on there too. Yeah. I mean, it's also are you yeah, I remember Are You Afraid of the Dark? I remember watching the premiere episode of that when they unveiled Snick back in like 1991 at my friend's house at a sleepover. Because it was on Canadian TV before that, and then it got picked up on Nickelodeon. Facts. Newt's supposed to be the adult blue collar humor, not cheesy crap. Oh, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really get what they were going for the 2016 one, but it should have just taken place in the same universe as the first 2 movies, and it's just a franchise. Like, it would have made more sense that way. I've never watched Letterkenny, but people keep telling me to. My buddy Andrew on Instagram is always telling me to watch Letterkenny. I have to. I know. It's like I fell off at the end of Trailer Park Boys too, and I always mean to get back to it. I just never do. Snick. Roundhouse was on before before Are You Afraid of the Dark? And Ren and Stimpy. That's cool. There needs to be more kid-friendly horror stuff. I wrote the Boglins movie for Tim Clark, who created the Boglins back in 2015-16, and we were going to do it as a kid-friendly creep show based on the book of Bogology, which was on the box for the Boglins. And then when the Dark Crystal thing happened for Netflix, he kind of lost interest and it went away. So I rewrote it as the Spoopies, and I just took all the Boglin shit out of it and just wrote a kid-friendly Are You Afraid of the Dark style anthology movie with like fart monsters and boogers and shit like that. Yes, I remember the Garbage Pail Kids movie well. I have the poster framed back there. It's going with me when I move. I used to have a 35 millimeter print of it, but I had to sell it. For the Red Vine. I loved my pet monster. I have the chains still, but I don't know what happened to the doll. A lot of 80s boom moves, sadly, it's owned by Disney. Yeah. I missed that memo. Where are you moving to? Just 15 minutes away from my office now, closer to Philadelphia. I didn't love Monsters, and everybody always gave me shit for that. I thought it was like sugar-free Beetlejuice. Little Monsters, because Monsters was the TV show. I liked Real Monsters. Did you say slobbies? No, I said spoopies. No, you can still get them. Yes, they're very pricey. Because there's private collectors for everything now, and nobody does 35 millimeter anymore. Drop Dead Fred. That was a good one. I like that one. Actually, I think I wrote all the notes for that one for the rental reviews episode before I worked there. Um, I used to have tons and tons and tons of 35 millimeter film prints. Now I have two boxes of trailers, a bunch of old stuff, but no films anymore because there's no place to play them. But I used to love just building a weird old film print. I saw there's a print of Dracula versus Frankenstein that popped up on eBay that apparently was my print that I sold, and I keep saying, all right, it would be really stupid to buy that right now, but I kind of want it. But I don't have that kind of money right now. These are not as good as Twizzlers. The cat's biting my leg. Disney had decent stuff in the 80s. Watcher in the Woods was cool. Got to play the lottery. I've never played the lottery. Oh, that I was given to me by a company called Nerd Chamber for my birthday 2 years ago. It says "nice fucking model" on it, and it's like a big painting that he gave me. So that was pretty cool. I got to find a place to put it when I move, or put it in the studio once we get everything painted there. But Beetlejuice is such a fucking great movie. Do 35 millimeter carry sound too? Yep, yeah. They started changing it to ever think of shaving your head? No, not yet. My hairline's starting to go. Once that goes, I'll do it. The clown one with Zebo, they stole his nose. I have a bunch of Taxi Driver and Godfather. That's cool. Yeah, I've got I sold my entire like main collection, like 2,000 rolled movie posters, and I just kept the folded ones and the framed ones, so I don't have as many as I used to. But yeah, 35 millimeters have sound. There's a soundtrack that's built into it, but then they changed it after a while and it turned to digital, where they had DTS discs that would go into a reader, but you could still run it. You just won't get as clean a sound if it's coming directly from the soundtrack through the drum and into the speakers. Every old print I had didn't have a DTS one. Do you think you can kill a man with your bare hands? Probably not. But like if they're in like a wheelchair, like a coma or something, maybe. Yeah, I'd love to do. Actually, I was thinking about that this summer at the Mahoning Drive-In, if they'll let me shoot with their projector, with their projectionist, on how to build a print and how prints run. I don't know. Maybe somebody would find that interesting. I think that would be cool. I have one poster of The Godfather and Scarface that are made to buy. Okay. That's pretty cool. I don't have I used to have a Godfather 3 poster. Don't ask me why. And Scarface posters are like originals are super expensive. It's a great movie. Who would play you in a movie? Newt starring Keanu Reeves? No, who would play me? I don't know, probably like a puppet or like a poorly animated character. So they still shoot 35 millimeter. Some people do. Is it the same as IMAX film too? No, 70 IMAX is way bigger on film. Not that big, but it's like that on film. Like Avenue Q, yes. 35 millimeter is thinner. It's probably like that. And then 16 is thinner than that, and then 8 is thinner than that. We love you, Newt. Remember that. Thank you, James. But yeah, some people still shoot 35. It's harder to process it now. And digital is so much faster and cheaper. I have a bunch of classic 50s Blob, Bride of Frankenstein, trying to get some. That's cool. I have a Mexican Plan 9 lobby card, which is an original from 1959. And that one's pretty cool. I got that with the 2 Ship of Monsters ones. How's it doing with the ladies? No, nothing. There's nobody wants to be around me right now. I haven't seen Fallon in a couple weeks. Life has been busy. I don't know. I don't have any self-esteem anymore, man. The last 2 years have kind of taken it out of me. I met some very cool actresses when I was out in St. Louis who I'm hoping to get here to be in some stuff, but I just keep to myself for the most part. How's the movies going? The move going? The move is going okay. I'll try to get the bulk of stuff out of here on Thursday. Yeah, King Henry, a dude when I used to run the Wayne Theater. No, please don't do that. I used to run the Wayne Theater. Brought me a bunch of 8mm cameras. He also brought me an 8 and a 16mm projector as well. So they're coming with me. What are you doing, Elvira? Fucking weirdo. I've never tried online dating. I probably never will. No, no, thank you. That'd be funny. Tinder is terrible. Hi, Elvira. They're talking to you. Lazy piece of crap. Oh, yeah, the projector's right over there. No online dating at all. No, because I was with... I've been in mostly long distant, like not distance, but long standing relationships. Like, I saw one of them for 15 years and I was engaged at one point before that. So, I remember lowered expectations. So I don't know, like since, I don't think the last time I was with, I had like a girlfriend was like 2015. And beyond that, it's just been with people, but not officially with people or anything like that. And I used to do okay for myself when it came to just being single and having a movie theater and making movies and stuff like that. And a lot of girls with boyfriends also liked me. I don't know what that was about. But since, all that shit that happened, I just kind of stay to myself. I don't really think about it anymore, Yeah. No little newts in the future? No, man, that's all shut down. I'm 41 years old. I got a cat. That's all I need. I like not having that kind of. Do I want kids? No. Amish dating sites? Sure, why not? They know how to churn butter. Someone's about to raise my barn. No, I don't want kids. My brother's got 4. I like buying them gifts and shit like that, and then like giving them a bunch of candy and then sending them home. Kids like me, but and animals like me. I don't, whatever. Back in 2021, I tried online dating. Terrible matches, Jesus. It's funny. A lot of women who I used to have a physical relationship with only keep coming up in friends of mine's online dating profiles. And then they ask how they know me. And then I always leave that part out and see if the lady brings it up. And a couple of them have. So I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Shortest relationship. Once, yeah, RG. Once I get the Ed Wood info together, I'll put that all together. Shortest relationship? I don't know. I've never. I don't think I've ever dated anybody for less than 6 months. What's going on? Blood is bad. And most people who like things break up. Are you a commitment guy or non-committal? I'm more non-committal now. Mostly just because like, I'm not a good me right now, and I don't want someone else to have to drag my fucking bullshit on with their bullshit. So I just try to kind of lay back in the cut and let people do them. Yeah, I don't know. I used to be. And a part of my problems back when was trying to get my life together before someone else became completely off the market, and that wound up fucking just adding stress that didn't help things, and everything in my life fell apart, and I lost them anyway, so it didn't even matter. Would you get married if you found the right? Of course. You're in a really bad place. Yeah, my 20s, I worked, like, so the whole thing is I worked so much, and then you're trying to do the creative shit on the side that you don't really have time to give people the attention that they deserve, Dating is hard these days. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't fucking go on dates, I'm with family, but I had to stop by and say hi. Hey, man, I hope you're doing well. Tell the family that dude who talks in his kitchen said hello, they won't think you're crazy. Yeah, I can only imagine dating this day is a fucking nightmare. Do you remember I've done an episode of the movie Matinee? No, but I have a Matinee poster. Um, I like Matinee with Mant, where John Goodman is essentially playing William Castle. Where do you meet women? Mine, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I think most women I've met have been through work or through film projects. Um, you know, yeah, my very first girlfriend was friends with other friends of mine, so we were introduced. The one I got engaged to, I met her. She came into the comic shop when I worked there, and I followed her around like a lost puppy. I met Crystal at work. She was stage crew. I was the movie theater manager. Um, yeah, pretty much, or through friends too. When I dated Justin's sister, I was introduced to her at one of Justin's Christmas parties or Thanksgiving party or something like that. Have you ever seen the movie Noise Off? Yes, I have. About the play with John Ritter. It was insane. I can only imagine now. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know. No, she doesn't. She doesn't look like Justin. She looks like Olivia Wilde from the director of Don't Worry, Darling, and she was in the Tron movie. Beautiful girl, super super nice person. We're still very friendly. I think she's moving to Maine. House, yes, she was on House. Very similar eyes. Um, yeah, she used to be in all my stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I've dated some very attractive women for what a fucking chud I am. So I don't know what it is. uh, yeah, I only saw Tron Legacy once, but I heard the ride at Disney's fucking amazing. So I'll check that out. Um, yeah, because there's Olivia Wilde and then there's Olivia Munn. Sarah Silverman. No, I wish I had her money. I'd date her for money. Of course, she would be so interested in someone like me. The original House, yes, was made by the director of Sean Cunningham of Friday the 13th. And then House 2, The Second Story, which is a great subtitle. I would do both Olivia's. Yeah, Olivia Munn was Psylocke, right? In one of the X-Men movies. I heard she's really messed up in real life. There you go. She dated Jimmy Kimmel. Okay. Munn is in X-Men, yeah. And then she used to be on like G4 or something. I kind of remember these people. Yeah, she didn't really strike me as a Psylocke type. Whoa. My phone keeps vibrating on me. Which X-Men? Was that Age of Apocalypse? Where Oscar Isaac looks like Ivan Ooze? I only remember Munn when she was on Attack of the Show. There we go. I'm back. Somebody was calling me. Okay, I'm back. Natasha Leggero. I don't know who that is. Fallon would be a good X-Men. I could see Fallon as an X-Men. She could be like a Lady Deathstrike type because she's violent towards me. Olivia Wilde got served to. I saw that. I saw the getting divorced papers from Andy Sidaris, I think it was, as Rogue. Oh my God, Selma Hayek. Yeah, that goes without saying. I don't know. How are you, buddy? I'm in Florida. What's going on, man? I hope you're enjoying your day at Universal. Fallon would be great as Emma Frost. I can see that. I'll ask Fallon if she has that outfit. Purely for research. You know, for creative, as a comic book writer myself, I would need to know. Yeah, Emma Frost. He didn't strike me as the type of guy. Because I was bad for everyone's brand. When all that controversy came down, he had been building his show for a long time, and I was blamed for trying to ruin it. So he stopped talking to me and then started shit talking me. So we need a legit Gambit movie. Yeah, because fucking the dude from Magic Mike was going to be Gambit. Because remember, it was the guy from Friday Night Lights played Gambit in X-Men Origin Wolverine. He wasn't bad. That movie just sucked. Without Channing Tatum. Because, I mean, Gambit was the fucking shit in the 90s. Like, I always did a thing for Winona Ryder. No, Winona Ryder, I mean, still is a beautiful woman, you know. Fallon could also be Elektra. Yeah, I mean, just for that outfit, you know. Fallon can be whatever she wants, and Fallon has more fucking costumes than any human ever should. I put a line in the script for Sucks to Sucks where I'm carrying cases of all these costumes and accessories, and I'm like, how does a human amass this much shit in a lifetime, you know? The guy from The Kingsman could be the next Wolverine. I have seen that. I've also seen Harry Potter as the next Wolverine. I'm glad the next Wolverine is the old Wolverine still for at least one more movie. Because I've been waiting. I'm excited to see what they do. Natalie Portman, a celebrity crush. I used to date a girl who looked like Natalie Portman. My ex, Christy, looked so much like Natalie Portman. It was crazy. She's the girl in the Paperboy trailer with me. You don't answer the phone when you're live? No, I don't, Brian. Sorry. Brian was just calling me. Gambit started drunk David Carradine as Gambit. Oh, there you go. You can do that. Wild Wild West. Oh, where she shows her butt. Fucking Wild Wild West. Yeah, I'm not a huge Gambit fan, but I've liked both the movies. What do you think about the upcoming George Foreman movie? I saw it 2 weeks ago at a test screening. It's okay. It's good. We're going boozing if you're up for going out tonight. I got to get up at 7 a.m. because I have 3 birthday parties I have to oversee tomorrow morning at the theater, or I would. But I am going to run the Jake Gyllenhaal movie tomorrow night if you guys still want to come. That's just for Brian. See, people invite me out to go places and do things, and Brian's way too cool to hang out with a fucking loser like me. Oh, about the George Foreman movie. It's fine. I like the stuff they do about the grill, and I also, the dude who plays Muhammad Ali looks exactly like him, like to a weird degree. Yeah. Next weekend, I can go out. I get paid tomorrow, thankfully. Actually, next weekend I should probably be finishing moving, but we'll see. It's great to know he's my all-time favorite athlete. Yeah, no, he got done well. Bro, if I were local, I'd invite you out all the time, and I'd go. Nobody invites me places. I invite people places. Well, really, the only thing I do is I ask them to come, Brian and his brother and other friends of ours, to come watch movies with me after hours, because that's really the only time I get to be social with people. It's like them coming to see movies with me or sitting here with Mets are like the only things I get to do. See, if you guys live local, you could come watch movies. Enjoying my time here. How was Universal? Was it a good time? I haven't been there since middle school. I liked Universal, though. And they added a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I really want to go to, like, the Simpsons area and shit like that. Last time, I think it was in Disney in LA in 2019. That's the last time I've been to like an amusement park. Yeah. That's great to know you figured that. But yeah, no, the George Foreman one's fine. It's good. You know, it's another boxing movie. I love boxing movies, but I feel like it hit a lot of the same beats. And then I think it's next week. Tomorrow night, we're going to watch that Jake Gyllenhaal war movie. And then it's next week, we're going to do Guardians 3. Favorite Jersey pizza. My favorite pizza ever is on the Jersey Boardwalk, the South Jersey Boardwalk. And it's called Mac and Menko's. That's my favorite ever. threw some steaks on my Foreman grill. He sold that thing for a fucking fortune too. Ready for Subspecies 5. When does that come out? Because I was reading a bunch of write-ups about it the other day. Always excited for a new Subspecies movie. I hope so. Have you ever watched Suzumi? I don't know what that is. I don't know everything, guys. Pennywise would invite you down where we all float. That's fine. I'll do it. It's an anime movie. No, I'm not really much of an anime guy. I'm still upset they shelved the Batgirl movie. I'm not. It kind of looked cheap, and I want to see them do a Batgirl movie when they have an established universe, so it's not just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. Although I like that girl in the stuff I've seen her in. I really like J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon, and obviously, it would have been cool to see Brendan Fraser, but I don't know. It just didn't. It seemed like one of those projects that you could get rid of. NOES. What's NOES? I don't. Have you watched The Last Voyage of the Demeter, the trailer? Yeah, it looks cool. Nightmare on Elm Street. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Probably part 3 is my favorite. What the fuck? NOES. Like, obviously that's Nightmare on Elm Street. Fucking jerk off. Every year Hulk Hogan was supposed to get the grill and it wasn't home age. Well, the way they explain it in the movie is actually pretty interesting. When you see it, you'll get it. Subspecies 5 is on 5/15. Okay. I'd love to see a timeline with the Hulkamania grill. Well, didn't he have like a Hulk like spaghetti place at one point and it like went out of business? I heard Batgirl was bad. They tried to bring in Adam West era. Oh no. Although they're saying that George Clooney might show up in The Flash. Yeah, spaghetti. Okay. I remember being a kid in Florida and going to a Hulk Hogan spaghetti place. It was fucking weird. Thunderlips. He killed Mickey and didn't get... Oh, no, he didn't. Clubber Lang killed Mickey. See, my brain is going, guys. I used to know a bunch of shit. Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, 3 is probably my favorite. 3, 1, 4, 2. First one I ever saw in a theater was Freddy's Dead. And it was from Barks Root Beer. We got free tickets, and they got the 3D glasses. I think I still have them. And then it was right after that I saw he kicked it with the Three Ninjas. Yeah, at like Mystery Mountain or Danger Mountain or something like that. Wasn't Ernest the bad guy in that one? And then the first was it Rocky Loves Emily? Wasn't that what they taunt him with in the first Three Ninjas movie? What the box set with TVs pretty came with. Oh, that's cool. Well, I had my only viral tweet ever when I replaced the Part 4 Freddy with Goldberg on Twitter, and that thing went fucking everywhere. Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. I've still never seen it. All right, good night, man. Get some rest, James. I see your Mandy poster. Was wondering if have you seen? Yes, of course. I dig that movie a lot. It's very inspired by Kubrick. Yeah, that's an original film festival version of the Mandy poster. We did the Philly premiere, and I was the projectionist at it, so I got to keep the poster. So it was pretty cool. I like 2, Thrasher. I actually really like part 2. I was kind of bummed that I didn't get to do the interview with Jack Shoulder on the old channel, but is that with Arnold? No, this is the one with Nick Cage. What's going on, Pete? How's everybody doing on this this lovely Saturday night? It's raining here. It rained pretty hard, but we needed it. Someone needs to make a Nightmare on Sesame Street movie. I could see that. Favorite Friday the 13th movie? Mine is part 5 because it's so fucking sleazy. But the best Friday the 13th movie is probably part 4. It's the Crispin Glover one. That's the one where like just I like the characters the most in that one. That and part 1, obviously. It's very sugary. Um, let's see, The Color Out in Space, also an underrated. Yeah, I was. I mean, I love all Nick Cage movies. I'm so glad we're in this age of cage exploitation. He was definitely the best part of that Five Nights at Freddy's movie, which I can't remember what it was called now, but oh, I never heard of that one. Yeah, it's hard to adapt Lovecraft, and so I thought that the Cage one was able to do a pretty good job with that. Um, Willy's Wonderland, that's what it was called. Oh, okay. I like that guy's channel. Um, the with all the filming locations. He just did one recently with Night of the Living Dead, or no, Evil Dead. I think I saw that pop up. Thank you, Dread. Yeah, me too. Thankfully, I don't own a lot of shit. I don't really have a lot of furniture. I have a lot of like collectibles and crap. Maggie is the Arnold movie. Yes, Pig failed because it was marketed wrong. They tried to market it like it was a fucking John Wick movie. But yeah, I hope the move goes well. He came to NC to do some 80s filming location. Oh, that's cool. I love seeing those places now. I've never been like in LA. I've never been to like any of the location. Like I've always wanted to go see the Poltergeist house and the Nightmare on Elm Street house and the Halloween house, stuff like that. I just never had the chance to. I've been to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, so I saw like Bela Lugosi's grave and stuff like that. I've been in the studio where they filmed Plan 9 from Outer Space, and I have the guy who owns the studio's information because we were going to do something with Cinemassacre, but obviously that didn't happen. Favorite Nicolas Cage movie? I'm going to say Raising Arizona. Dr. Brown's original cream soda is fire. I've never tried it. One of them was Trick or Treat and David Lynch movie. Okay. Vampire's Kiss is great. I mean, he won the Academy Award for Leaving Las Vegas. He's incredible in that one. Moonstruck, even like the action movies that he did and stuff like that. The reason he's my favorite actor is because he brings something different every time he's on screen. And I think that's super interesting. Same thing with Stallone. I'm a huge Stallone fan. He's probably my second favorite actor. Peggy Sue got married. Can you please tell us some stories about The Loft, the movie theater? I was only there for a little bit. Have I seen Evil Dead Rise? Yes, I loved it. The Loft was really cool. They would do Mondo Mondays there. I have one of the T-shirts. Favorite Tom Cruise movie? I don't know. It's he's the worst part of it, but I love Legend. Lord of War is a great one. I watched Cocaine Bear the other night. It was fun. If they made a sequel, I wonder what they would do. Well, I mean, now you could do like Cocaine Shark and all that shit. You're no loser, Newt. You've helped me through the I feel it, man, but I do appreciate that I've been able to help people. Like, that's been the biggest. Did you train in boxing? A little bit when I was younger, like in high school. I did that and some other stuff, because I was little and playing against really big dudes. So I had to learn how to fight. So, and I've been in a couple fights since then. I headbutted a dude one time out who was talking shit about an ex-girlfriend of mine. He didn't see that coming. Elizabeth Olsen giving the middle finger to men. I read that. I didn't really feel that. Face Off as Maximum Cage. Yeah, I meant depression. No, I get it, man. I'm glad I can help people because this helps me with my own depression. On days when I don't have to work, I really don't feel like doing anything. Headbutted his nose into his skull. No, I didn't do that. I didn't want, last thing I need is fucking manslaughter. But, I walked up to the dude and asked him to stop. And when he wouldn't stop and he squared up with me, I headbutted him. Good morning. Hello, Jonathan. Tom Cruise in a Cruisin' remake. But what if Tom Cruise plays Tom Cruise, the dude who created the Segway? That'd be like Inception. Always go for the eyes when fighting someone big. Yeah, I've been in my share of fights. I'll never win, but I'm not afraid to get my ass kicked if it means, somebody learns that I won't back down. Always wanted to know, maybe you can help. How much does a single theater room cost for a theater with multiple screening rooms? Like, how much does the building cost? They're a lot. Everyone always protects their eyes. Yeah, and their groin. Uh, I liked Vanilla Sky. Thoughts on the new Alien film? Is there a new Alien film? I had no idea. Yeah, movie theaters. That's why they're usually like when they're independently owned. That's why you don't see all the big crazy bells and whistles that you do for a big chain theater. I was a small investment stake that I had in ownership of Real Cinemas. Not a lot. So when I said I was an owner, that was me speaking. Alien Romulus. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, per room, like over 20K. If you're going with like laser projectors, LEDs, reclining leather seats that are automated, yeah, that's an expensive. What's going on, Kevin? That could be an expensive little hobby right there. I feel we need a good indie horror movie with Bauhaus doing the soundtrack. That'd be cool. I love Mutant League Hockey. I wanted to do that for Cinemassacre so bad, but they never let me. It was like the script I wrote for the Splatterhouse one. Like I would have fucking killed to do that. People would have loved that idea. Um, Alien Romulus. So does that mean there's going to be an Alien Ramus as well? All right. There's also a show on FX by the dude. I liked Legion. I only saw a little bit of Fargo, but I liked what I saw. Was it Chris Rock was in the last season? Dream Warrior is great, and a great score or a great soundtrack. Who keeps messaging me? Um, Laser projector is the standard best now. Yeah, you have your standard digital, but laser is really the way to go. And because the only reason people are going to go to the movies anymore is if you're giving them spectacle. So you really need to have the biggest screens, the nicest seats, the best booze and food and all that shit. And part of my job now as the district manager is finding locations that we can move into and add some of those bells and whistles. Where's the hottest at? I don't know. Not here. Yeah, Docket, man. I think I still have that vinyl packed up of the score, the soundtrack. Would you reboot it? You don't. I mean, obviously it's important to have. They do those. Barco does them. Christie's does them. Sony does them. I don't like Sony's at all. They're gonna bring back him as Punisher in the new season of Daredevil, right? I think I read that. You don't need Robert Englund to do Freddy. I feel like in an age of kind of like creepypasta stuff, it's harder to do a Freddy Krueger anymore, but you could use modern internet lore and computer viruses and shit like that. Like there's so many things that are modern in our culture that you could use for Freddy Krueger now, to recontextualize it. Turn Alien from a FX slasher monster into a robot. Yeah, kinda. My local theater doesn't even serve booze. That sucks. I had a drink the other night at Evil Dead. They did a Slender Man movie. Yeah, I saw. It was terrible. That and the Bye Bye Man, and then Wish Upon were like three of the worst movies I've ever seen in the theater. Yeah, the two Alien prequels were just fucking weird. Like I understand what he was trying to do, but then again, I don't understand what he was trying to do. And I also don't think that you need the xenomorph. Alien is a broad term. You could do a lot more with that. I hate when things are so tied to the member berries. IMAX or Real D. I prefer IMAX, but some theaters just have the Real D, so it is what it is. How the hell did exactly, right? I like the look of Prometheus. I liked that it. Well, I mean, it was basically just a ripoff of Bava's Planet of the Vampires, but I thought that it had a cool look to it. And then I really liked in Alien Covenant the weird David shit where he's like teaching himself how to play the flute. It's really bizarre. What is Dreamscape VR movies? I would assume it's a. I would assume it's a VR movie. I don't know. I don't have those here. Slenderman works short films. I've seen the Marble Hornet stuff. I never really was a creepypasta guy. When I had written the Polybius script, everybody was like, "Yo, you got to go check out these other videos that people did to make sure that you don't have any of your stuff in there." So it kind of took the wind out of my sails a little bit to have the Polybius thing, so I had to rewrite the script. And then also when I found out that James' nerd movie was going to be about the buried ET games, because the script I wrote in 2009 was about that, so I had to take all that shit out of there. I didn't see Raised by Wolves, but I wanted to. What's going on, man? Malachi, how you doing? When they went to TNT Amusements. Yeah, that was my machine. I built that for my Geeks, Girls, Guns, and Ghouls trailer that we shot in 2013, because the blonde in that was my girlfriend at the time, Krista. She was just acting in a Dateline or 2020 murder reenactment thing not too long ago. Did you like the AVGN movie? No, not really. I didn't. Have you seen Backrooms videos? No, not yet, but everybody told me they're awesome. Is Lawnmower Man worth watching? It's cheesy. It's Flowers for Algernon by way of virtual reality. No, the nerd movie, and look, I've never made a good movie, so I have nothing I can fucking say. Good for him, man. But I don't understand why they changed the mythos and they added characters that aren't part of the thing and tried to make it something like that. If you're just making the movie for the fan base, make it for the fan base, and then other people will find it if it's good. You don't have to cater to people, and change things up. No, I didn't write the episode, but I built the machine. And then I wasn't told they were going to use the machine because I didn't get thanked. But the machine is still at TNT Amusements. It's still in their, it's still in the warehouse. I filmed with it a couple years ago for the teaser for Amityville Arcade. And Swamp Zombies 2 was better than I don't know about that. Definitely didn't have half the budget the nerd movie did. When walking across the street, you look both ways. Of course. I don't want to get fucking run over. No, I think Justin wrote the Polybius episode, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, no, James wrote it. He writes everything. Apple pie or cherry pie? Apple pie. Yeah, I mean, I have it on DVD. It's still in my collection. It was given to me. I don't know, just wasn't my cup of tea. I like the Game Chasers movie. I think of all the YouTuber movies, that was my favorite one so far. And not just because those guys are my friends, but egg scrambled or over easy. I like over easy. First DVD I ever purchased was Moulin Rouge. Studio mandates, or was it that studio? Yes, people sent me the video. I didn't watch it. Pineapple pie? I don't think I've ever had pineapple pie before. I've given out my share of cream pies, but that's completely different. Russell Crowe or Colin Farrell? Recently, Colin Farrell. In the past, you would say Russell Crowe because Gladiator, but, it's a Texas thing. Okay. Pineapple cake is good, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I love pineapple. It's like pineapple and coconut I love, and people are always like, ew. Bang Bus or Backrooms casting couch? I don't think I've ever seen Backrooms casting couch. I knew somebody who worked on Bang Bus, though. I have connections to the adult film world, and I knew people who did production stuff. So I used to have a Bang Bus T-shirt that I would wear at the gym. Somebody gave me a Pornhub one too when we were working on something. I think I gave that to an ex though. An actor or someone else. No, it was a production person. They did post production. Yes, they have post production. They have to color correct and do audio. It's a show, I think. The Penguin. I saw the trailer, yeah, for the show. It's like a behind the scenes one. Looks cool. I liked his Penguin a lot. You know, I had a lot of problems with that movie, but that one wasn't it. Aren't they in Miami? They were in LA at the time. They might have moved to Miami. This was like 2008. Yeah, but the Penguin looks cool. I'm interested to see if they implement any other DC characters into it. I heard that Harvey Dent's in the new Joker movie. So post-production and probably a bigger budget than the AVGN movie. I mean, I think they keep things pretty tight, but maybe. I don't know. It's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Kite Man's on the Harley Quinn show, which I actually really liked. I thought the Harley Quinn show was funny. Yeah, I thought Batman was too. Yeah, I did say tight. I liked it. It was a little too long, and it eventually just followed too many of the same beats from the Chris Nolan movies. And then I liked the Riddler got to be too much. He became too broad for me. I think the Penguin was the only thing. I love Richard Mall as Two-Face. I love that they let him be Lady Goo Goo Gaga. Yes, with Lady Goo Goo Gaga. I like that they let him be Harvey Dent for a while before they made him Two-Face. So you actually gave a shit when he turned. Yeah, it was very dark, but I love the opening. I love when his whole monologue before he actually comes out of the shadows. And I said in my review of it, I love his heavy footsteps coming out, where he's almost like a Western hero, you know. So okay, I'll check. I haven't been to comic shop in a long time. Did you ever wear earrings growing up? No, I never had my ears pierced. I never wore sunglasses. I've never worn flip-flops. I don't have any tattoos yet. But no, I never had earrings. Wasn't it when you were a kid? It was like if you have one in the one ear, it's gay. That's all I know about that. But no, I never had any desire to get my ears pierced or anything like that, or anything pierced. You know, I've had my heart pierced too many times. Okay, that's cool. He was great as Bull on Night Court back in the day. Good old Richard Mall. And Catwoman was Adrienne Barbeau, and Paul Williams was the Penguin. That show is still unmatched as one of the greatest things ever. All right, gay. I don't know. Wasn't that what people used to say? Or it's like they used to say when I was in like elementary school that if you drink Mountain Dew, it lowers your sperm count. And I was like, the fuck you worried about your sperm count for when you're in elementary school? Shaun of the Dead. That Joker movie was the worst. You gotta believe. Yeah, it was far too much like Taxi Driver and Last King of Comedy for me, but I liked his performance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were just talking about the House movie earlier, and then there was like House 3 that was not really a house movie, but that's the one where the fucking dude had a pizza face. Thanks for keeping me company as it cooked. All right, man. Have a great night, dude. Enjoy the rest of your night. Yes, he was in Evil Speak. He's also in oh fuck, what's the one he's in where he plays like the dungeon master or something like that? He was like the bad guy in that. Would you rather get laid or get paid? I would probably say get paid. Yeah, well, you know. My Joker was born mad and didn't dance in a public restroom. I mean, The kitchen set, we'll have a living room set now. Well, I'll actually have a tripod and lights and shit, so I can do it, the right way, and not have the cat knock the fucking thing down every time her tail goes over it. Dungeon Master. Okay, good. I knew it was a Charles Band movie, but I couldn't remember the name of it. Again, my mind used to be a steel trap for shit. Now it just kind of like it happens when you get old. But yeah, I'd much rather get paid these days. Nobody wants to fuck me, so I'm good. Oh, Professor Macabro, I did not see you come in there. Hello. Mountain Dew has cooking oil in it, or vegetable oil. I'm not sure. Well, shroom times. Bye, all. Do see you, dude. Enjoy your trip. Are you going to watch Beau is Afraid? I eventually, probably. I'm not going to see it in the theater, but I've heard all kinds of mixed things. What's your game? I've never gambled. I've done like the slots and stuff like that, but usually when I go to a casino, it's like just to hang out with people and drink, We were like 2020. We were the guests of the opening of this arcade in Atlantic City called Cobra, I think it was, and it was like me and the old crew, and they gave us hotel rooms and stuff like that. And we just drank the entire time and played video games. And then a YouTuber who will not be named, who also is on that label, was really creepy with my former redhead friend. Circle back to Hulkster. He's also in Secret Agent Club. I never saw that one. A little pretentious, but definitely never going to see another movie like that again. Okay, I like Ari Aster for the most part. This one, the trailer just didn't speak to me. I don't know. Was it Nathan? No, it was a streamer dude. Yeah. Actually, I don't even remember his real name now. But that was funny. I don't like modern slot machines. We used to have Pachinko machines in the screening room at the old office. Yeah, he was just being creepy, and just getting close and things saying and stuff like that. I had to kind of be like, yo, man, what's up, What's the movie of the year so far? Good question. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that yet. I really like Dungeons and Dragons. That's kind of been one of my favorites so far. And I know that's not a popular answer, but Comet has movies coming next month called Killer Sofa. Yeah, it's from New Zealand. It's on Amazon Prime, I think. I saw it. Yeah, I've known quite a few guys like that too. Like I've said before, a lot of these fucking YouTube dudes are kind of scumbags. And a lot of losers who get some inkling of power just become assholes. I just became miserable and depressed. But I never had any fame, so it doesn't really matter. A lot of them, yeah, 100%. But that ain't me, man. Oh, really? Very famous ones? No, I never heard anything like that about that guy. How about a guy who finds wooden cabinets in a kitchen sexy? That could be a A24 movie. No, neither one of them. I have my own problems with both of them, but nothing like that. And again, I've never spoken to Pat. Pat's just spoken at me. The Highway to Hell, I think that was with Ben Stiller was in that one. Like fried garbage. Okay, Race is just texting me. He's been in the hospital. Have you seen Severed, a new show? Highly recommend. No, I haven't seen that one yet. He just got Kieran just got the shit that got dumped on me, dumped on him. You know, I was doing a lot of his work too when I was there. That's why I was fucking, going out of my mind. And, of the clips of what he said, I 100% can verify a lot of that stuff. It's always somebody else's fault there. And it doesn't matter if once you start doing for people, then you have to always do it, and you're essentially guilted into that shit. So, he and I don't speak to each other anymore. He said some really fucked up shit about me when I left, but unfortunately the thing about that is everybody has yeah, well, I would no, actually, it wouldn't even fucking matter because I'd still be doing somebody else's work for them. Um, that dude doesn't talk to me. He said some shitty things about me, but I'm sorry that stuff happened to him. He's a very, very good animator. Um, but I did have to take all of his stuff out of Midnight Show and all Tony's stuff out of Midnight Show and Crystal stuff and Mr. Lobo stuff. So I'm redoing a lot of all that. But it's better to go into things where I know I won't have headaches eventually when stuff comes out. I think the only project that I still have with any of those guys that still hasn't come out was the stuff I did for Donald Farmer on Bigfoot Exorcist has some of those people involved in it for the segment that I wrote and shot, but that's it. Everything else from this point is just me. Free agent. Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm not trying to, why did you have to take them out? No, they did. They signed their releases, but I've just been told by people who still connected that that it's going to be a problem. So yeah, I have one really funny Pat story that I can't tell. But it kind of showed the, he was, yeah, yep. He was on an episode of Drunk History. Yep. I remember he was still shooting for Ed Bassmaster at that time because that's when we first met him. When he came in to shoot Jags, Just Another Game Show, which was Kevin, Justin, and Kieran and Jarrett, I think, and I was behind the scenes on that one because it was sort of a spin-off of Silvermania. Are you going to grow out the goatee under your chin? No, I just haven't shaved. I shaved the other day to go meet the landlord of my new place just to look spiffy, as spiffy as I can look. And I just let it grow in the last few days because I've been working mostly in the office. But tomorrow I got to work the floor for one of the theaters because their other manager called out. And of course, they have 3 fucking birthday parties in the morning. So I got to be there super early to do that. I can't grow enough facial hair. Oh, okay. Have you ever met his co-host, Ian? No, I never met that guy. He wasn't at any of the cons that I've done with them. I know that I think I spent the most time with him at PAX the one year in Boston, but it wasn't like, never really impressed by YouTube people. Do I have any janitor stories? I've got tons of janitor stories. Actually, Lana and I were talking about that recently, telling some of the stories because she took pictures of all of the oh, what's going on, man? Race, I'm glad you're doing okay. I've been texting you the last few days, and I think it's your son's been answering the phone just to make sure that you're okay. Race is in the hospital. Same, I can't grow. There you go. Yeah, Lana and I are going to tell some of the janitor stories because she took pictures of all the notes they used to leave on the door for me that were written in like fucking hieroglyphics, and he would call me boy, the janitor. So I'm gonna wait to tell those stories because they're really fucking funny. He spelled mop wrong once. That was like the mope. What? Why is he sad? Going home tomorrow? That's good, man. Get rest up. We need Race not to die. Kraken Black's Place from and Pep. I saw your post about it. Still better than the Jack Daniels and Cola came out. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that too, Horn Dog. Not that that's ever been said in my presence. Was it the tall man? No, that would have been awesome. It was like a 400-pound dude. Oh, thank you, man. Buy gas, beer, and eggs. Thank you. It's Moore's. Yeah, she has all these pictures in her phone, so we'll have to do those one time because there's some fucking funny ass notes in there. That person was a crazy person. Winterfell, thank you so much, man. That's pretty cool. I always feel weird when people give donations because I didn't even know I had super chat on here or anything like that. But yeah, no. Just send me the just send me a file. Message me and I'll give you my email address. How's your cat? She is sleeping on the floor right behind me. Moore's, it's a misprint. Oh, okay. I don't think so. When you start releasing all the crazy stuff next year, I mean, I hope so. You know, it's always showing up in triple on my screen. Oh, what's your favorite part of making a movie, show, and least favorite? Favorite part is just the creative, just the working with other people and coming up with cool ideas and then watching them, like something you put on the page actually like people are there and they're building it or they're acting it. That's my favorite part, like just to see an idea come to life. My least favorite part is the politics and the drama and having to kind of placate people's egos and shit like that. Have you ever heard? No, I've never heard of that. Dinosaur. Will you release crazy stuff as a video of a documentary on your channel? I don't know why I would ever do it. I don't think I have anything I'd want to do a documentary on. I want to do some short films, some fake trailers, fun stuff to show off, to play with the new gear and stuff like that. And views have sucked of late. Like I felt so bad when our man did the Hercules ripoff review. It didn't show up in people's feeds. A couple of my stuff haven't been recently, so that sucks. And I lost a whole bunch of subs. But people told me who are other YouTubers that like they just you get like bot accounts that like latch on you like porn accounts and shit like that, and then YouTube usually sweeps them out. So I lost like 30 subs. But I'm not doing this for that. Like I'm never gonna fucking get to where my old show was or anything like that. I'm just doing it because there's 40 people watching right now that I can talk to. Just do one take approach when filming. Like, yeah, Clint Eastwood says like, okay, go ahead. Let's try that again. No, I like to do multiple takes. I like to do it the way I write it from different angles. And then I like to let the actors try something a little bit different. But when you're doing, I also slow it down if people report. Yeah, I've gotten some reports and some complaints, and some demonetized videos as well. Go in the industry, everything with Google is on fire right now. Oh, geez. YouTube has automatically been unsubscribing me to a bunch of channels. Oh, that sucks. I've noticed a bunch of shit too, like other channels who I watch haven't been showing up in my feed either. So, it is what it is right now. That sucks that people are getting laid off and stuff like that. That's why I'm kind of glad that I'm not in that media world anymore. Watching Kentucky Fried Movie, great movie. Horses in the Back, Kentucky Fried Movie, Boob Tube, Amazon Women on the Moon, great fucking movies, fun. I mean, I don't know if they still are doing that. It's kind of fucking sad, because it's been almost 2 years and like I don't bother with their shit. I've never once reported any of them. I've never once downvoted any of their shit. I've never done any of that. When are you going to make your OnlyFans debut? As soon as a GroupTube. Yes, it was GroupTube, not BoobTube. Sorry, I was wrong again. Somebody was really mad. Somebody unsubscribed because I got the director wrong of Kids vs. Aliens, and they said, I used to think you knew a lot about movies. And I was like, I made a fucking mistake. It was 2:00 in the morning. When am I going to start my OnlyFans? It's already up. I just got to get people to shoot content with me. Fallon's been super busy. Some other lady friends of mine have been super busy, but I have plans for things to do. It'll be fun. It's not going to be like, it's going to be fun. It's going to be what you expect from me, where I can get a little bit more open and about stuff. It's crazy. One mistake you corrected. Yeah, that's why I said, hey, man, sorry. Like, it is what it is. I'm upset about the casting of the Little Mermaid. Should have cast a real mermaid. That's true. I think that it sucks that they didn't cast a real mermaid. Yeah, I mean, I try always to doing the anime reviews in the nude. If you ask them to, they will. It's all just jealousy. No, I don't know. People have way more power than me and budgets and ad money and shit like that. I'm sitting at my fucking kitchen table and I just desperately want interactions with people and connections with people, because I do feel very lonely and very, disconnected from people over the last 2 years, and very like have to be careful who I talk to about shit. It's crazy to connect with people. Yeah, I mean, there's been more people recently that have also told me that they can't. You hated it before it made us gay. Yeah, I mean, Bud Light's not good. I just like spite. Are those people emailing even though you're trying to bother them? No, not anymore. Any more plans for Newt's Got Issues? Yeah, I actually want to do some stuff on there. I've been seeing the new Peter Pan advertising. Yeah, they got like a Down syndrome kid in it. So Disney's patting themselves on the back again for including actors who've been included in other things in the past. Hey man, I've been told you the reason you crossed over to the dark side. I am pretty evil. I'm gonna do more comic book stuff eventually. Bud Light's gross, but I like Spite. The guy who did Green Knight is doing the pamphlet. Oh, okay, I liked Green Knight a lot. And as far as I haven't heard anything from any of those people in a while, so I don't think about it. I accidentally stumbled onto one of them who didn't fully block me's Instagram, and then I navigated away as not to go look. Stop patting on the back and just make something good. Yeah, exactly. If you just tell good stories without shining a spotlight on the fact that, look what we're doing. Look at us. Look how great we are. We've put these people in the corner for the last 100 years, but here they are. Yeah. Bud Light is just, yeah, it's pretty gross. Have you seen the Spike Lee movie Bamboozled? Yes, years ago. It was sort of the African-American version of Network, a little bit. I saw it in the theaters. It came out like 95, 96. I don't know. Whenever I drink beer, I like ciders. I'll get like an Angry Orange. Angry Orange. Wasn't that a YouTube thing? Angry Orchard. Yeah, Angry Orange was like an orange with like teeth, human teeth. Yeah, mostly I like old fashions. I like annoying orange. Is that what it was called? I don't know. I don't fucking know anything. They made I did like the Bud Light orange though. That was pretty good. Jonah Hill, and he had to rewrite. Okay. I like ciders. My bathroom is punished. I like those. My favorite drink is an old fashioned, the Moscow Mule. But I don't really drink, other than when Metz brings over the rum chata. I would drink that. It was just okay. John Wick 4, I liked it a lot. It was just way too long. Ciders and sours. I have sour beer that tastes like Gatorade. Ooh. We had so much leftover when I was still working over at the other place. We did the Echo the Dolphin episode, and we had to go get all this Rolling Rock. We had so much fucking Rolling Rock that we couldn't give it away to people. Justin and I went up to the drive-in one time and just opened up the back of his van and just was like, "Here, take Rolling Rock." And then I had to go get Natty Light for that one joke that they did, and the people at the liquor store made fun of me because I get Natty Light. Yeah, I like the crisp ones. Lemon lime Gatorade margarita. Yeah, Rolling Rock is gross. I'm not a fan. Sorry if I missed how far it was. It's probably like I'm gonna be in Manayunk, PA, so not too far. When you walk out of the apartment for the last time, don't look back. You'll turn to salt. Yeah, no, I don't plan to. I want to get as far away from this fucking area as humanly possible and put the last 3 years of my life in the rear view. Um, the moving here, working for that place, cost me more than anything ever. So I definitely want to put that part of my life away. But I did meet you people because of it, so I can't, it's not all bad. It's just this is the first time I've left a place I've moved with less than what I came here with, self-esteem, friends, money. It's true, I could be. Instead, I'm doing it in my kitchen. Nuke should have his own beer. We'll call it Schlock and Ale. It's actually not a bad idea. No joke. I found Newt while I was hiking at a. Oh, cool. Those newts out there, you got to be careful of them. Do you have people helping you move boxes? Met said that they were going to come help me move boxes, and my lawyer said he was going to come help me move boxes as well. All hail Newt? No, I'm good. Next move is good for you. New beginning. Yep, exactly. And again, I'll be closer to. Oh, really? Well, he lives like literally right across the street from me. So I've seen him a couple times. He's never said hi to me. Is he anything like Saul Goodman? No, I wish, man. Watch out, the lawyer's charging him. No, he's my friend. We actually met because he tried to sue me, and then we became friends. Yeah, I mean, my goal is to be at this place for a year and then to just be up by the studio from now on with all this shit that's going on. So, I mean, I just wanted to get out of here. I just wanted this lease to end and get out of here. Oh, cool. Cool lawyer drummers. Mine just is a huge, I don't know. I haven't, he can't fight. He got beaten up by a dude who's smaller than me with a chain wallet. And now his ex-girlfriend dates the guy who beat him up. How much is rent going to cost you? Right now, I pay $1,500 a month plus utilities. Where I'm moving, it's $1,200 a month plus utilities. But it's nothing special. All I need is a clean, safe space. For my cat. Yep. Chain wallet. Yeah. That was the funny part. Hope your awesome stuff doesn't get messed up. Nah, it'll be all right. Yep. With some Jenkos? No, not with some Jenkos. One of the dudes who still works there who wears Jenkos, I actually really like Paul. He's a very nice guy. Obviously, he can't talk to me anymore, but I respect him a lot. I don't know. Somebody recently was wearing Airwalks, and I was like, is that still a thing? At least you have the time to move. Yes. Usually I have no time. I don't have any kids. Airwalks are back, huh? Interesting. They were so big when I was in middle school because like everybody I knew was a skateboarder, and my friend Cam is a professional skateboarder. He asked me to shoot a skateboarding skit video for him recently, so I'm gonna go to Pittsburgh and do that. The ideal place to move is above a Chinese restaurant with a neon light that burns. There you go. I can see that. I do need loose women. It's coming back. All right. Just Googled Ed Gale. Oh, okay. I feel like you're the one I've never really worn a backwards cap. I have my Oakland A's hat. which I wear when I come home from the gym most of the time, or I have my Ghostbusters hat. And then I have my Real Cinemas hat that I have to wear when I'm doing like promo shit for the theater. Well, I don't have to wear it, but like when they're doing pictures and stuff, they want me to be like branded. Newt had Airwalks. No, I never wore Airwalks. I've always been a Nike guy my entire life. Moon boots. I remember those. Can you see her? Oh, there she is. Elvira, come here. Oh, there's her tail. Come here. Can you come up here and say hello to these people? Nope. All right, she ran away. You mentioned the new Willow may be canceled. How about a new Mighty Ducks series? Is it bad? I thought the first season was pretty good, but then I never bothered to go back to the second one. They went to like hockey camp or something like that in season 2. Putty Cat. Yeah, she's over here. She's behind me now. She isn't camera ready. No, she's like every other diva that I've known. She'll show up when she feels like it. Doesn't know the lines. Makes everybody feel uncomfortable. BK. I remember British Knights. Although all day today, since I've gotten home, I was sitting here, I was paying bills and shit like that, and she's all up on the table, like in my business. But as soon as I turn the camera on, she runs away. Oh yeah, that sucks. He had nice cats. I remember I liked his cats. They fired. Oh, because he wouldn't get. Oh, is that why? Because he wouldn't get the injection. Interesting. LA Gear. I remember LA Gear. Do you want your cat with a leash? No, I've tried before to take her outside and she was not having it. So she's fat. She's inside. She's happy. Oddly, like it's so lame. My favorite part of the day is just getting in bed at night and having her just kind of hang out with me and stuff like that. So that's my, it's the only thing that makes me happy anymore. It's just how much she likes me. LA Gear, and then what was the hair gel stuff? Wasn't that LA Looks? Mine got in the leash, went outside, and just laid down. He was fired? Who was fired? Oh, Emilio Estevez, apparently. You know how Disney is. They have to push the progressiveness, even though they're not. Did you get to the last season of Picard? Yes, I loved it. I don't understand why it took them 3 seasons to remember how to do Star Trek. I do like Brave New Worlds, though. LA Looks. I remember the LA Looks hair gel shit. Probably hold your cat up and sing You're Beautiful like on Murphy Brown. Remember when they also tried to parody that on The Simpsons with Jub Jub, but nobody got the joke at that point because it was way after. I sing in Elvira's face all the time. It's pretty great. Remember Zoo York? Yes. LA Gear did have sneakers with lights in them. I probably had that at some point. They had to watch Orville for true. I did like the Orville. From what I saw of it, I liked. But yeah, Picard season 3 was pretty fantastic. When I heard they were doing the Borg again, I was like, oh, stop. Like, please stop. Remember Echo and Fubu. I knew a lot of kids in the suburbs that were white that wore Fubu, and it was definitely a 90s thing. Yeah, Cobra Kai is definitely a reason why they did that. The 90s. So a buddy of mine, the guy who was the host of Peg Warmers, who I'm still friendly with, I was making fun of him for having. He posted an old picture where he had the shirt of the Looney Tunes characters rocking a Beat Boy stance and wearing 90s hip hop clothes. Echo had Marvel shirts at one point. I remember we had them at the comic shop. Early 2000s Hot Topic. Can't remember the last time I was in a Hot Topic. They used to have cool, not cool to me, like horror movie t-shirts and stuff like that. I had Reebok pumps. So few, me and you are probably the only people who remember Crisscross. They missed the bus. They also had a song about Spider-Man. My cousin Bobby took me to their concert in like 1990, 1991, whenever they were popular, and they just were not my jam. And I love 90s rap. No, I tried to forget. Criss Cross will make you jump, jump. The Daddy Mac will make you. I like Kid and Play. I really liked the House Party movies. I didn't see the new one. What's your thoughts on the emo subculture and music? Never been my bag. Like My Chemical Romance and stuff like that. Like remember last summer, like everybody was posting the picture, like posting that thing about that concert that was going to bring back all those like early 2000s emo bands. I didn't really know who any of those bands were because I'm an old man, but I'm sad enough, dude. I don't need fucking sad music. Snow, he was the Informer. Informer, like a boom boom now. We got emo. Yeah, I used to say I was going to start an emo band called Pocket Full of Emotion, and our album was going to be called Carousel of Broken Dreams. Leaky Boom Boom, yeah. Yeah, man, that was my era of... remember, yeah, the I Don't Want to Wait song. Was she the one who had like hairy armpits in the music video? Billie Eilish. I only knew who she was because of the new James Bond song. New House Party movie, thanks to LeBron. Yeah, I didn't see it. It's already on Amazon Prime for free. I didn't see it yet. Is she also the one who did Where Have All the Cowboys Gone? Oh yeah, it's not called HBO Max anymore. It's just called Max now. And then they upped the price, so I'll be Mad Max. Emo gives me tears in my pillow vibe. Yeah, I can see that. There's a lot of theme songs when you find out that it's like a whole song and not just the little part that you hear in the beginning of stuff. That's like in Ghostbusters, the song Magic, when the ecto containment unit blows up, you hear the actual whole song, and like that part from the movie is just like a tiny part at the end. Simple Plan. I've heard of them. Was it like the only reason I would know half these bands probably is if they were on like Tony Hawk Pro Skater or whatever, you know? Get a swing and a pull. I should. I'll get in really good shape. Does it take? I don't know how many emo kids does it take to change a light bulb. I hate Nickelback. Yes, Beetlejuice is behind me. That was given to me by Nerd Culture. Simple Plan, directed by Sam Raimi. Nickelsack. Yeah, Nickelback was like, look at this photograph. Yeah, I don't. That era of music was pretty terrible. Was Chris Gaines the original emo? No, but he's definitely up there. He didn't want to do Garth Brooks shit anymore, so he put on a wig and a soul patch. I think I told that story before on something where I made fun of a customer like super hard who was wearing a Garth Brooks shirt about Chris Gaines, and I had my Randall from Clerks moment. Garth thought he could move. Oh, really? I thought he was going for like a Superman Clark Kent kind of thing. I don't know, man. If you're Garth Brooks, just fucking be Garth Brooks, but try other shit, you know? Thoughts on Goth Star Wars 2 this year? Oh, Dune? I mean, I dug the first one, like not the first of the new ones. Last time I went to Ollie's, they had a bunch of Garth Brooks. Well, he's got friends in low places. All right, man. Good night. See you on the Discord, and thank you again for the chat. Yeah, I was in Ollie's not too long ago. They actually have some cool stuff in there. I'd never been in one before. The full theme by the band Little Barry. He's also got Bodies in the Crawl Space too. Oh, two-handed method with eye contact is so hot. Sure is. The old fashioned. Remember Tim McGraw? Yeah, Tim McGraw. The only reason I knew who he was is his dad was Tug McGraw, who was the pitcher for the Phillies in 1980 when they won the World Series. He was the closer. He was also on the 1969 World Series winning Mets. Any hidden Newt? Was here a message note's going to be left behind? No. Like in Shawshank Redemption. She's fine. She's laying by me right now. She just doesn't want to be on camera. Mets got me all worked up. Yeah, I don't know where Mets is. I texted Mets earlier to ask about Thursday to make sure that they were actually going to come help me move. They combine sex and fear. That's my whole life. She's effing with your posters at the moment? Oh, no, she's right. She's over here. There's just a box of movie trailers. Have you ever seen the movie? Yes. Do you know the story about Klaus Kinski in that movie? It's pretty awesome. Basically, the Italian producers tried to murder him because he was such a pain in the ass to work with, and they thought that they could just collect the insurance money by killing him. The husband of Faith Hill. I didn't know that. I was thinking Lauryn Hill from the Fugees. I was like, wait, really? What was that country rap group? I don't know. I know nothing about country. When I was in high school, I roadied a Travis Tritt concert, and he was such a fucking phony. Like when nobody was around, he was talking like an LA dude, and then as soon as people come around, he's like, my tractor and my dog and. Thoughts on R&B star Nelly? Was he the one who wore the Band-Aid on his face? Singer of the song That Kiss. Okay, I know that one. Are we going to a new home tour eventually? Yeah, sure. I mean, once I get everything all cleaned up and put away and stuff, so it's not like terrible, but I don't really have that much shit anyway. It'll be like on The Simpsons where they see. Remember that Travis Tritt was in? No, I don't remember that. I didn't know who that fucking dude was until that show, and I kept rolling my eyes really hard every time he did the whole country thing, and they made me leave the green room. Can you sing any Celine Dion? As much as I would love for my heart to go on, no, I'm not Canadian enough for that. And it's all coming back to me now. My mom loved Celine Dion. She used to have her CDs in her car. So I remember borrowing my mom's car when I like first got my license and like taking out the fucking Michael Bolton and Celine Dion CDs. French Canadian. Yes, you're right. She's from like Montreal or Quebec era or something like that. Now say you're Surrey. Look, I'll apologize about it. Yes, I'm very excited about the new Indiana Jones. I like the director. I think they learned their lesson on what the internet does not want, so I think it'll be good. I like Mads Mikkelsen a lot too, and I like that it's back to punching Nazis. What are you doing, Elvira? Travis Tritt is such a hypocrite. He's a picture of him wearing. Oh yeah, he was wearing like when at that show. I'll never forget. He had like long, like silken hair, like the incredible, like Hulk Hogan. But he also was wearing like a turquoise like jumpsuit, so he looked like every lesbian that I met in Tucson, Arizona. If you could have one thing from your childhood, toy, whatever, appears in current time, what would you pick? My youth. If I could have the last 20 years back, that'd be super. I love Josie and the Pussycats. I was supposed to be in that episode with Crystal and Aaron, but I wasn't allowed to do episodes by myself. Escape from the old folks' home. Hey, man, I wish I was in as good a shape as he is. He was dressed like Dolly Parton, to be honest. Oh, geez. Well, let's remember, like, Rudy Giuliani did that, too, and everybody's like, well, it doesn't count. He was just joking around. It's like, fuck you, hypocrites. Josie movie was fun. I liked it a lot, actually. Yeah, I'm excited for Maxine. I love the last two. I thought her monologue in Act 3 of Pearl was incredible. I would put it up there with the USS Indianapolis speech. Thank you for agreeing. Josie and the Pussycats was awesome. This kind of was an Indiana Jones show. Oh, really? Interesting. Coolest place you've ever traveled to? Greece, probably. Or just going to in LA when we had meetings, going to like movie studios was really cool. Like not like a, not a studio tour, but like actually like going into them. I'll call Scott Man Crothers. Please, I need it. Which Canadian singer is better, Alanis Morissette, Shania Twain, or? I mean, I've listened to Alanis Morissette. I know who the other two are. I'm sure I've heard their music, but I couldn't like other than like My Heart Will Go On. Oh, and then Celine Dion did the Deadpool 2 song. Robotech. Oh, I love I grew up on Robotech and Voltron. Shania Twain also used to date Curtis Joseph, who was a goalie, played for the Edmonton Oilers. Matilda Ward, yeah, is a star of the adult film industry. Greek women, yes. Greek women and Moroccan women. I had a lady friend who was Moroccan who was she was all right. Plus Alanis Morissette was God in Dogma, so yeah, I like the Deadpool song. I thought that video was really funny. But like Shania Twain, she did like the That Don't Impress Me Much. They called him Cujo. Yes, they did. My brother was our goalie. He used to have his helmet. He had his helmet painted to look like that because my brother's name is Joe, Joe. So he had Cujo and then an E at the end. Yeah, I've seen those before, actually. Yeah, Alanis Morissette dated Dave Coulier and she wrote that song about him. Imagine that, like, fucking Uncle Joey laid such pipe that she wrote an angry fucking song about it. I've seen some where Steven Spielberg himself gives someone a studio tour. That's cool. But yeah, I've seen the original Voltron and Robotech shows, dubbed, obviously. But back in the day, I knew an artist who worked on the original Robotech when it came to America comic books. So that was kind of cool, getting like knowing that his wife was my teacher. So knowing that he worked on comic books was really fucking cool. Yeah, we didn't get to go like in the cool, like all over the studios, but we had meetings in like executive offices. I have a picture, I think, on my Instagram where I'm walking around. There's a giant life-size bumblebee from Transformers. And she blew him in a movie theater. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think Uncle Jesse laid the most pipe. I guess if I could be anything for one day, I would be 1980s Uncle Jesse's dick. Yeah, she used to be on. You can't do that on television. Last time on set. Yeah, man, this is the last one before I move. It's very true, and it's easier to get out of a windbreaker too. I think Alanis Morissette tops any. Yeah, maybe. Well, I don't know. He used to be married to Rebecca Romaine. Like he was married to Mystique. I never really watched that show when I was a kid. I never got into like the TGIF shows. It was just never my thing. Like Family Matters and all that shit. I did like Perfect Strangers. Lori Loughlin, didn't she go to jail? Oh, Alanis has a new album? Okay. She, I've always liked her stuff. Yeah, and they made she did a documentary like 2 or 3 years ago that I still haven't watched, but I keep meaning to. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I want to say thanks for the content. No, thank you for watching, man. Have you seen any of the Broadway plays or musicals? Oh, have I ever seen any? Yes. I used to go with Crystal to shows because she works in, I mean, I don't know if she still does. We haven't spoken in 2 years, but she worked in live theater. So we used to go to shows all the time. I like musicals. I've always wanted to direct a musical. Dating Mystique would be awesome. One day I'll. There you go. I could see that. You never get bored. Did you ever see it? No, I didn't, but I've heard about that one. I like her as an actress. I totally forgot she was in Scream 2. I have seen Fiddler on the Roof. I've never seen Annie Oakley. Um, that's cool. Yeah, I remember that he named Howard Stern named his dog Romaine Stamos. Like it was something Romaine Stamos. Oh, okay. He'd be a perfect director for Cannibal the Musical. There you go. I saw Alanis Morissette in Lilith Fair in the late '90s when I got my driver's license. Because I've always really liked Sarah McLachlan and Tori Amos, and they were both part of that. You know. Oh, really? Well, then he wouldn't like me very much. I'm only 5'5". But what if like Warwick Davis was around? Sorry, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody's uh, stuff. Unreleased song with the metal band. Oh, really? I'd be interested to hear Alanis Morissette do metal. Nude as Wolverine for the MCU. I'm the right height. I liked. Yeah, I saw Jewel. I liked Jewel back in the day. She like the again. It was like I was in middle school, I think, when they came out. She was God. Yep. In Dogma, but then also in the post credits of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. What was your reaction to Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit? I remember where I was when I saw it for the first time when it aired on MTV. I was in Marco Island, Florida at my stepdad's parents' house, and it came on MTV, and I stopped dead because I was like, I've never seen anything like this before, and I knew then that shit was going to change. Are you watching Oilers playoff hockey? Yes. Last night pissed me the fuck off. I was watching it and I got angry because I took my TV apart and stuff like that. So I found it on streaming and I was watching it on my laptop. Yeah, Foolish Games was on the Batman Forever soundtrack as well. But yeah, I'm the Oilers pissed me off last night. And two overtime losses too, so it's not like they're not in the series, but I don't know, man. I need them to advance. I need something to look forward to go. Yeah, as much as I don't like Batman Returns, I like that soundtrack a lot. I never saw the replacements, but I remember when it was in theaters. Gene Hackman's the coach. My memory is still good. Yeah, I remember weird shit. That's a good thing and a bad thing because I mentally abuse myself with some of the shit that I can remember. And Kiss from a Rose, it was not written for Batman. It was actually on the Free Willy soundtrack before Batman. But it became a big hit because of Batman. I was drunk as fuck for that review. I don't remember anything I said. Same thing with Batman and Robin, too. I got into that place where I was so depressed that I felt like I had nothing left to say. So I would just have to drink and see what happened. I like that song. Hackman. Is your new place bigger than the one you're in? Yeah, it's slightly bigger. What's your favorite superhero from Marvel and DC? Favorite Marvel hero is Daredevil. My favorite DC hero is Batman. Nicole Kidman looked freaking hot. Yeah, it's definitely one of the hottest she's ever been. I think she's super hot in Eyes Wide Shut too. Like, yeah, my mom always played. I was born in '93. I was in 5th grade in '93. Free Willy. They made like a couple of those. Like after the second time that fucking whale gets captured, I'd be like, dude, you're on your fucking own. I have read them. Yep. Hey, Dylan. Yeah. What? Am I not paying enough attention to you? I'm sorry. I'm gonna play the Blob in the X-Men movies. So we were cleaning out the new studio like last month or 2 months ago, and I found like three the Blob Marvel Masterwork cards, those old painted ones that were like stuck under the floorboards. So I took them home with me. Bigger isn't always better. Well, search for canned whale. Your thoughts on the owner declawing your pets? I hate it. It's like cutting off a piece of your fingers. I refuse to declaw my cat. I don't care if I'll get new furniture. I don't fucking care if she destroys my furniture. And she doesn't do that. She has a scratch. She has every fucking toy in the world. But I think it's pretty inhumane when people do it. But I'm not everybody. What I think doesn't fucking matter. It's just what goes on in my house, Because I love this little idiot too much. Right? Yeah? All right, good talk, bud. Sad story. You freed the whale. Oh, I knew about that. Free Willy versus Flipper. I'm gonna say Free Willy, but Free Willy's got the size. Flipper's got the speed. So Kitten Mittens. She won't wear anything. Our house was by Madness, and it was from the '80s. Our house in the middle of our street. And she's somebody actually crocheted me an Elvira little thing for my apartment. It's pretty cool. Free Willy versus the Predator. I'm gonna go Free Willy just to see what happens. Or it'll be like that South Park episode where they have to get the whale to the moon, and then the credits just roll over the whale dead. What are you doing? You're being weird. Come here. Orca. Orca wins because Orca lost its baby. I actually really, Jaws is a perfect movie, but Orca's a fucking great movie, man. Come here. Come up here. If you come up here, I'll give you treats. All right, whatever. Isn't the actress who plays Elvira named Cassandra? Cassandra Peterson, yep. She was a showgirl before she was Elvira, and then she was in the Groundlings. She's the topless dancer in the back of the Tom Waits album. She's a redhead in real life. Reading her book now. I have it. Cammie gave it to me, autographed, and it's pretty awesome. Elvira movie and got her autograph. That's all right. I like the movie. I should review it at some point. Have you checked out the movie Isle of Dogs? No, not yet. Echo the Dolphin was a ripoff of Flipper anyway. Yeah, well, the original Echo, because we were doing the script for AVGN, the original Echo storyline was fucking way darker. Have I ever heard of a singer named Anastasia? No, I've seen the movie. It's a weird singer is in the not all dolled up as Elvira. Yeah, but I like when she gets other roles. She's also, she's in Pee-wee's Big Adventure as the biker chick. Will you ever play a video game with me? Sure, why not? I suck at video games. Oh, that's cool. Was it the one where it's like blacklight one? I've seen those online. Let's see. There's a weird Mr. Stern. Haunted Hills was okay. It's not great, but the first one's just fantastic. And it was supposed to be directed by Tim Burton, but he had to pass it because of other obligations. I have her 45 two big pumpkins. Nice. Not even mad. No, I've always been a huge Elvira fan. My buddy Cam in Pittsburgh asked me to write a screenplay for him about a horror hostess. So I'm going to take a lot of the shit that I put into the script I had written when I was making the movie with Tony and Crystal that they got rid of, and just move that over and rewrite it into my own thing. Mad TV or Living Color? Living Color, just for its time, it was so like edgy and different. Mad TV I only watched for a little bit, and then I just lost interest in it. But the first few seasons of Mad TV were really funny. She sings out of love. Okay, I'll check it out. I think Funko Pop is her in the red dress. Oh, all right. Because they also had one where she's wrapped as like a mummy. I've seen that before. I only own one Funko Pop, actually two Funko Pops. They were both given to me. I was given a Creeper from Creep Show, and I was given the Enfys Nest from Solo. They're the only two that I have. Yeah, she was in Cheech and Chong, which filmed the first Elvira movie, was supposed to be directed by Tim Burton. Yeah, she's in a whole bunch of stuff. Did you see the movie Bulworth? Yeah, with Dick Tracy. I've seen it. Um, it came out in like '99 or 2000. I was definitely working in the theater when it came out. I used to see, I mean, I still see a lot of shit, but I used to see like literally everything. Um, I would just kind of like, if I wasn't at baseball, hockey, or football practice, I was at work or I was watching movies. That's why my high school career was kind of whatever. Do you have any of the Toonie Terrors from NECA? No, they're cool looking though. Um, I saw an Elvira one, I saw an Ash one, and the new series they're doing Svengali and Vampira. I might want to try to find the Vampira one. Um, I haven't bought like I stopped buying action figures. I really want like I see like Horror Cat Dad's videos, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of cool shit out there that I really want, but I haven't bought anything. I'm contemplating if I want to get anything from the Flash movie of Michael Keaton, but we'll see. No, I didn't see it, but I've read about it to retain the rights to Dick Tracy. I like Dick Tracy. You should start wearing sweater vests. All right, I'll do that. I'll be Brian Austin Green. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, Dillinger. I didn't see it. I saw the trailer. It didn't really speak to me, but I'm sure I'll watch it when it comes to streaming. Theaters for Titanic. I was not working at a theater yet when Titanic came out. It came out in '97. Opening night, I went with my friend Mark DiNapoli and his mom and two other friends of ours. And when the boobs came up, his mom made us leave. So I never saw Titanic until this year when they brought it back out. But because every moment of Titanic has been memed and brought up and parodied in pop culture, I feel like I've seen the movie. So yeah, I worked at the theaters from '99 to 2020. Got out of it when I went to go work at Screamwave, and then got back into it for the Water Tower, and I gave up. I was done with them. Worked in the tech crew until my old boss came back and offered me what I wanted, so I came back to work for him. I released about a full. Oh, Dinosaur Attacks were awesome. They were like the spin-off of Mars Attacks. A few of John McClane, Ellen Ripley, Power Loader. Oh, cool. And the Metallica set. They make like everybody. Return of the Jedi is coming back to theaters. If it wasn't the special edition, I'd be way more excited. I just saw someone talking trash about the new Flash movie, yet I don't know why. I'm excited to see it. You know, I I can understand why people aren't excited with Ezra Miller and it resetting everything. The dude had severe mental health problems. I'm rooting for him to get better as somebody who knows what it's like. I mean, I've never fucking kidnapped kids or anything like that. But like I want to see that dude get better and have a career, And I believe that people deserve a second chance. Hasn't made the highest grossing movies of all time. Yeah, I mean, Titanic and then both fucking Avatar movies. It's crazy. I'm excited for Ben Affleck's last run as Batman. I want to see how they adapt the Flashpoint story. Did you watch it when OJ was on the run from the cops? Yes, it was my brother's birthday, June 18th of 1994, and they cut into a New York Knicks NBA playoff game to show it. So everyone stopped paying attention to my brother on his birthday, and we gathered around the TV to watch that. Hearing Vader say no, the Jedi rocks thing, I'm just like, why? Why are you doing this? It made me dislike Return of the Jedi so much until I got to watch the unrestored versions. Again, somebody gave me Blu-rays of those, and I was like, this is great. I forgot how much I like Return of the Jedi. First 20 minutes of that movie, the whole Jabba's Palace stuff, is a movie all on its own. It's great. It's unfortunate that after that part, they have a harder time finding things for everyone to do in Return of the Jedi. Looks good. Apparently, only the first third of the movie is the trailer. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested to see how, because I love the Flashpoint story, so I'm interested to see. But them not returning to Affleck as Batman. I mean, I would love it if it turns out that Michael Keaton is actually Thomas Wayne. That would be a cool fucking twist. And then to come back to Ben Affleck at the end and give him the note. So that's my favorite part of the animated movie and of the comic book. He's like, "You're a hell of a messenger." I love that. That's such a great, like, ooh, feeling for Batman. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm probably not going to see Return of the Jedi in the theater. You ever read the comic book Crisis? I remember. Yeah, I was getting Crisis on Infinite Earth when it was actually coming out in '85. Um, yeah, the death of Supergirl, the death of the Flash. I love those. I think I still have both of them actually. The Monitor, the Anti-Monitor. The only one who remembers pre-Crisis back then was Psycho Pirate. Affleck having the blue and gold. Yeah, I like that in there that they finally went with that. I was like, I don't know how this is going to work in like, in live action, but they did a good. It looks cool from what I saw, and I like the shot they showed where all the other bat suits are in there, and they look like some of the old action figures too. Max Rebo. They should do that, like a behind the music about Max Rebo, and then you do one about like a prequel about Jabba the Hutt getting laid for the first time. You call it Porgies, and it could be like a teen sex comedy from the '80s set in the Star Wars universe. I'm glad that Max Rebo got, they brought him back in was it Boba Fett? Boba Fett, where? Went out like a chump. And I didn't mind that show as much as everybody else did. I thought it was fun. It felt like dumping out all your Star Wars toys when you're a kid and making up your own shit. Should do an animated version of '89. Yeah, that'd be cool. The '89 world. I thought that the '89 comic was fine. It was given to me by my producer. I liked it. I remember when Blackest Night was being adapted. My neighbor, Ethan, was the artist. Well, my old neighbor when I lived in South Jersey was the artist for all those, Ethan Van Sciver. He's kind of a crazy person now. Like he's gone like hardcore right, like way too right. But like it was cool to live next door to the dude who did all those awesome Green Lantern books. And back then he was super nice. I have a bunch of pictures with him on my Instagram, I think. Yeah, it would have been cool to see. I mean, I'm glad he got to play Bruce Wayne in live action in the CW thing, and kind of the Kingdom Come version of Bruce Wayne. I thought that was kind of cool. The Marvel adapts Secret Wars for the movies. Are they going to use the Beyonder or Doctor Doom? I mean, I assume that they're going to be setting up Doctor Doom. I don't know if the Beyonder would make it into the movies, but I hope that they do Doctor Doom properly. I don't know why every time they do a lot. I mean, the Roger Corman one is what it is. I liked it, but that would be cool if Marlon Wayne shows up as Robin or Nightwing. I think I have one of the blue lantern rings somewhere, on like a lanyard or something at a Comic-Con that we were guests at. I love the Black Mirror one. Oh, that was a cool one. Yep. Yeah, that was a cool story. The that whole lantern run, and then even like the stuff bringing back Hal Jordan was really cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, me too. That'd be cool. But I think he said he's done. Same thing with Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson's like, nah, I'm done. You know. Um, Yeah, I mean, whatever your politics are, man, I don't really fucking care. I'm friends with people who are super left, super right. It's just that when it finds a way into everything that you do and every conversation, it just bums me out, man. Because there's so many other things, and like people just kind of find themselves, they box themselves in and they don't experience shit. But yeah, I'd be interested to see the Beyonder. I never thought they would do Ego the Living Planet either, so I never count them out on this shit. It's just the whole last run of Marvel movies I've kind of forgotten that they even happened. Have you seen the Whitney Houston biopic? No, I've never seen it. I'm a dude. Like, that'd be cool. I wish I could fucking sing. I wish I could hit high notes, you know? No, I didn't see it. It was in theaters for such a short period of time around me that I also didn't see the Aretha Franklin one, and I wanted to see that one as well. So there's just more shit I gotta find to watch. How about we see Parallax in a movie? Well, we kind of did in that awful Green Lantern movie. I didn't understand why they put Hammond and Parallax in it together. Like it should have just been like Sinestro should have just been the villain, and they should have done it like Training Day, where there's a bad guy within the ranks, and Hal basically is being trained by him, and yeah, Parallax was like a big amorphous like blob cloud. A booming voice. I mean, I would have said Michael Clark Duncan back in the day, but he passed away. I don't know. That's interesting. Because if they do Galactus, they better do a fucking giant dude in a purple helmet. None of this storm cloud bullshit. I thought they liked the way they made Silver Surfer look in that movie, but that was it. Jessica Alba with her weird Botox face where she looked like a sex doll. I don't know. Who has a booming voice now? That's like, we're not in the days anymore where you could have like, like James Earl Jones. He's too old to do it now. Was only 5'7"? Really? I thought he was bigger than that. Yeah, it's weird. Bryan Cranston. I mean, Bryan Cranston was Zordon. Matt Berry. Kevin Michael Richardson. Yeah. Some people they let their true selves show. It's like, I don't know, if you're famous, you could believe stupid fucking shit. But maybe just keep it to yourself. Really? Oh, that's interesting. Mila Kunis? Is she a big enough star? I've heard about them, but I haven't seen it. A couple people have actually been talking about Meat Canyon recently. Something I need to check out. I don't know. If I was the Harry Potter lady with all the fucking money and fans, you could fucking hate trans people, but just keep it under your hat, Be fucking closed-minded in your own corner and don't fuck up your brand. Not saying that's right, but I'm just saying it's just smart fucking business. I hate my cat, but I would never say that. All right, I'll check him out. I'll definitely watch him. But I could definitely see Adam Driver as Mr. Fantastic as Reed Richards. I could see that. I mean, I like John Krasinski in his thing. I thought him and Emily Blunt would have been a good team up for it. But that last Fantastic Four movie was awful. Orskin's got card. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know, it gives a different stigma to that shit. And there could be kids who, grew up reading Harry Potter who love it so much, and it sours it for them. And so, I don't know. What the fuck do I know, dude? I'm hardly the person to speak for the trans community or the gay community or the right or the left. I'm just a fucking 41-year-old white dude. I have no, I have no horse in those races, No, I mean, Doctor Doom is kind of where it has to be, right? Like, you got to do that, or you do the whole Galactus storyline. Your honest opinion on the JFK assassination conspiracies. I've read all kinds of stuff. I've seen all kinds of stuff. I think I don't think it was one dude, but like, what the fuck do I know? It's interesting and it's sad and it's bizarre how many things had to happen to get to that point. But we were in a hot time in our country between the Russians and the fucking the Cubans and the CIA and the right and the left. So I don't know, man. I wasn't there. I've been to that spot in Dealey Plaza though. Oh, I love the fucking Venture Brothers Fantastic Four ones. Back and to the left. I actually just saw JFK the movie for the first time this year, and I was like, why did I never see this before? This is incredible. I love to read about conspiracy theories and like paranormal shit and all that kind of stuff. But wait till I tell you about the 7-Eleven conspiracy that they don't have my favorite kind of Slurpees there. It's all just a ride. And the people who say, that, and we kill those people. Do you think DC has the balls to do the Batman who laughs on the big screen? No, I don't think so. It would be cool. I'd love to see like an actual live action adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns. Break out your tinfoil hats. No, because I don't. It's Occam's razor. The most simple explanation is usually the true one. But it's interesting to see shit that other people think. We used to have a guy who used to come into the comic book store who used to tell us that the government keeps pennies in circulation to get our fingerprints, and that women are more developed these days because of the hormones they're putting in Similac. Yeah, the Killing Joke was bad. The thing about it is that was that, like, if you don't have enough content to make a full movie, don't make a full movie. Did you hear about the woman who's selling their bathwater on the internet? Yes, I have. They're like Twitch people, right? Is actually from The Sims. Oh, is it? Well, there you go. That dude was a fucking liar then. Yeah, I don't get the bathwater thing. I should start doing that. I'll fill up a Gatorade bottle and sell it. Probably doing something gross like. I used to say on the old show that we were going to do that, and it was going to be like a Snapple bottle full of like swamp water with hair in it and shit, and it belonged to the old host. Did you ever see the Who Shot Mr. Burns? Yeah, I remember when it came out. Did you think it was the assassin? I thought it was Mr. Burns. It turned out to be Maggie. Some cam girls sell everything. Yeah, I know a couple girls who are like a couple actresses who have like an online sex thing, not like OnlyFans, but like other stuff, and they sell their panties and shit like that. And it's just funny to know them on a personal level and then see them doing like their sex work thing, and it's just like it's like playing a character. It's interesting, But if I was hot, I'd fucking do that in a heartbeat, man. I'm watching Ghosted if you're streaming. Is it any good? I've read things about it. People were talking about it on Twitter. Your streaming is the only thing getting me to the end. Well, you're welcome. Man, if I was hot, I would work that to the umpteenth degree, man. If I went to Japan, big in Japan. I mean, that's where Race is going again. He was just there when we shot our video together, and he's going back with his family. I want to travel. I just don't have the time or the money right now, I would love to be a gorgeous and just sell nasty, tasty smelling underwear all year round. It'd be great, right? Like, get a Fansly and an OnlyFans, and I'll be set, man. But unfortunately, I was born a ugly dude. Nasty smelling underwear. That should be your thing. Just start your company called Nasty Smelling Underwear. Or have nice looking feet. That's true. I always wanted to do a thing on the old show where anytime anybody's feet were up, I wanted to pixelate them out and censor their feet, but we never did that. All these great ideas going to waste. Yeah, it's crazy. I never got the foot thing, There's so many other nice parts. I've known some beautiful women with weird fucking feet. One of the Joker's real name is Jack Oswald White. I did not know that. Is that one of the 3 Joker stories that they did at one point? Because I never read any of those. I was kind of out of comics at that point. Now when I walk into a comic shop, it's overwhelming because I don't know what I should be looking for anymore. And I've written 3 comic books that are coming out this year. So I had a girlfriend who liked to use her feet. Whoa. And I've seen that before. Ah, interesting. Yeah, feet have never been my thing. Yup. You know what's a good Eddie Murphy movie I was talking about recently? Bowfinger, the movie about making movies. I was talking about that recently, and people had never seen it. With him and Steve Martin, Christine Baranski, and Heather Graham. Night and Day, and it's spelled with a K for night. So fucking lame. I always safe to go DC. Yeah. Peter Parker is pretty much Tony Stark now. Boo. I don't know. I got to get back into comics at some point. I'm just like Beverly Hills Cop's great. It's just been kind of like I don't know. It's just overwhelming when you go in anymore. There's a comic shop near where I live right now, and I don't know. They act like they don't want you in there when you're in there, so I kind of just like eh. Yep, I did a video for Underbelly, the old channel, about the Spider-Man Clone Saga, the whole history of it. Every time Heather Graham does her accent in the fake movie. We don't talk about the Clone Saga. Nope. And it was the Jackal and Ben Reilly and yeah, he's back there telling me nice fucking model. I gotta hang it up when I move. I got so much shit, like movie posters framed and stuff like that it's like finding space for everything, you know. I found an autographed by Quentin Tarantino Grindhouse poster that I didn't know I had. The Scarlet Spider. Honk honk. Nice fucking model. Do you think they'll ever do a Clone Saga movie with Tom Harrison? I don't know. I think if they ever get to the Clone Saga in a movie, people will be like, what the fuck is happening? The crossing the highway scene in Bowfinger, and then the movie they're making is called Chubby Rain, because the aliens come down in the raindrops. And they think he's in like Scientology, but it's called like Mindhead or something like that. I don't know. I remember reading the Clone Saga in the 90s and just being fucking lost and like it was part of those things where I was like, I don't know. I think I'm good with Spider-Man comics for a while. Although I'm excited for the new Into the Spider-Verse movie coming up. Looks pretty dope. My favorite Steve Martin movie is The Jerk. That movie's fucking great. He said he gave blood so many times that when he cut himself shaving, nothing came out but air. Every writer at some point, Spider-Man tries. Yeah, everybody always tries to kind of make sense of it or like bend it to their own will, and it never works out. It was a flawed story from the beginning. It's like when Onslaught was terrible. I remember when Onslaught was coming out was when I ran the comic shop. My Blue Heaven's solid with Rick Moranis. I like that movie. Yeah, Onslaught like killed the Ultimates line. Burnett Peter. Yeah, she was super hot back then. All right, guys. It is 10:30. I have to get up for work at 7 a.m., so I'm going to sign off now. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me, and the next time I do one of these, I'll be over at the new spot. So do you do movie nights on your Discord? We're going to get back to them. There's a guy over there who runs them now, and do you know Jay and Billy? Yep, I know Jay and Billy. They're good dudes. One guy's idea of the ultimate. Oh, from Maniac. Good night, Bug. Glad you hang out. Yeah, yes. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me tonight. And I will see. I have a review coming up this Wednesday, and I will do another one of these once I'm all situated. And I'll have Mets come join me, or Fallon, or somebody come join me. Good night, guys.